I'm not in the same room. I got my mic.
You sound fantastic.
If I'm too close,
Sound
let
good.
me know. I don't want to be like Kirklin. Like, sometimes he just eats his mic.
Oh, we're
Ooh.
live.
What? Yeah, Kirkland. Yes. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to After 9, the February edition. It's strange because we're in that, like, there's 2 days away until it's March and everything like that. And for a lot of listeners, this will come out when it might even be March. So, okay. Kirkland Taylor has a thumb
I do.
up.
Now, is it tier 2 patrons that get to join? Right.
I
now?
already got the links.
You
Don't
got the
worry
link.
about that.
Thank
The
fuck.
reason you don't post them is because last time I had something going on. I asked her to post the link, and then when I looked back hours later, it was just like, "Yeehaw!" and then it was the link down below with no description of if this.
They
is
knew it
after
was the Patreon. Like I put the title in there.
Yeehaw.
It was
I
actually
don't think
oh
it really
yeah.
fits our brand very
It was
well.
oh yeah.
It was like when you join, say "Oh yeah," and no one did that, so I got some good laughs out of that. But Taylor? Who are you? You interrupted me, so just say who you are.
I'm the Taylor Field of Fields.
All right, and we're joined by.
The Adam Hart caster, Dylan Muss.
Yes, I feel like I can't remember the last one you were on. I don't want to say the trial because I think it's been sooner than that, but I know the
It
trial.
legitimately might be the trial. It's
Yeah.
it's been a long time.
People are still looking into that one. It's still talked about. It's like the OJ trial. It's
Yeah.
never,
Neither of you went to prison, so it's
Yeah.
just been sitting.
not yet. Just getting more evidence and whatnot. But yeah, how's every? Oh, there is a. there he is. We use Zoom so little nowadays when I almost forget how it works.
Oh, what is this?
What is the now?
Venom strikes again.
I was
the
kinda
lethal
hoping-
protector.
He was gonna turn around, but no, that's just an empty chair. Wow, look at that. He ran to be there at the buzzer. Well, Kirkland is here, not really.
He's
but he
taking
is-
Marco out.
Is that a God of War chair? Or is that just like Greek symbolism on there?
Oh, isn't it one of those like
Where
That
Omega
looks like
gaming
the
chairs?
Ragnarok symbol, but I could be wrong.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
one
I
of
see what
those
you're
Omega
saying.
brand gaming chairs. They're like $600. They're high
I see.
quality.
Yeah, it's funny because there we go, better than the light.
I will
That
say
vi-
his chair has a higher texture quality than the new Pokemon trailer, so
Oh,
yeah.
man.
that's pretty good.
You have good eyes there, Dylan, because that Omega symbol that looked like at the beginning of every game when it's like, make sure the logo is barely visible.
Yeah.
But I never do that. I make sure it's still a little visible because I'm like, I still want to see. Like, I don't know what the reasoning is behind that, but
I was scared because Elden Rings was like darker than I've ever seen any
Yes.
game. I had to crank it. I'm like, this game's gonna be dark, man.
at one point I was like at the full 10, and it still was like, I don't know if I can see what's going on here, but I figured it out. And we're joined by. Oh, maybe we're not joined by. He's like a deer in the headlights right now, but
Fixed it. I can hear you now.
oh, there you go. How are you doing, sir? Who
I'm
are
good.
you?
I like your virtual background.
My virtual background?
Yeah, looks very realistic.
Are you making a joke? or
It's a
you-
joke. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's early, so I thought you might
fair.
have not. You might have not known. So
How's the cabin?
good. I asked you.
How's the
It's
elevation?
Kirkland Patzer. It's good. I don't do good. I wanted to use that as the backdrop because look, lots of
Whoa.
Oh, that's
powder
pretty.
still snow. Yeah,
My God.
lots of powder. But I thought it might be too faint. It's good. Emily says that I deal with a lot less better than her because I take about like at least minimum 2 naps while I'm up here. I'm in Silver Star. People don't know if they're not from Kelowna, but it's like there's like 2 ski resorts closer to us. There's one Big White and one Silver Star. So I'm always like napping away up here and everything, especially there's a hot tub jumping there. So it's good. There's some commotion because we're up here right now because the kids do ski lessons. So getting them ready for to be ready at 9 a.m. in the morning is quite a task. So good on the grandmom and everything like that.
Yeah,
But,
absolutely.
That's awesome.
That's
how's
good. You
it?
get lots of rest.
Yes, lots of rest.
I didn't even know where Silver Star was until I was in like high school. Honestly, I always heard it. I thought it was somewhere in like, I don't know, the Whistler region or something. I'm like, holy
Mhm.
shit, it's way closer than I thought. I'm not a
Carl's-
skier or anything though, so I don't really know the mountains.
Me either. I don't. So I tried to ski. The story is it was around probably 2004. The World Is Not Enough came out with James Bond, and there's a set piece where he has to. Dylan, you'd probably appreciate. It's a really cool set piece where it's like lots of action. He's like protecting this girl, and they got to ski away from some bad guys.
Is
So
this
it's-
something I could YouTube?
Yeah, you could YouTube.
Okay.
Just put in World's Not Enough Ski Scene. They have a really cool setup to how they save themselves. But there's just like them skiing, and there's guys on snowmobiles like shooting. There's explosions and everything like that. And then James Bond has like this pocket out of his jacket that he can pull, and it creates a big like foam bubble around, like a mattress bubble around him, and that's how they
Nice.
survive. It's
I'm
really good.
watching
So-
this now. Yeah.
yeah, I saw this and I was like, I want to do this. I like obviously I don't want to be. I think there was a time in my life I wanted to be a secret agent, but that
Oh,
went way-
absolutely.
that I probably gave up after the skiing. But I like I want to do this. So we went out to Big White. I got the skis with my dad. He's a skier. I did it once. Just awful. Like the experience of like you're sweating. It's cold. You have to walk with these skis. I'm slipping all the time. I'm not built for.
You only did it once.
Only once, and I quit.
That's
I
your
was
that's your
done.
problem. You gotta get back
Okay.
on the skis.
Yeah,
I'll
the
counter
first couple
that. I've
days
done it
really
like 4
sucked.
times, and it was terrible every time.
You're probably a boarder then, Kirkland. I imagine
No, I've
you're
done
more
boarding,
boarder.
and it was worse because I skateboarded when I was younger. So I'm like, this is gonna be so easy, and it's so counterintuitive because you're stuck to the board. So I like want to
Yeah.
like move, but I'm just attached to it, and then I collapse,
Moving
just
on the
damaging my
board.
butt.
It's okay after you once it clicks on how you're supposed to like maneuver as you're boarding. It's
Session
just
100.
seamless. It's so
Yeah.
fluid.
When
I'm
Kirkland's
also
like 50.
another big no no for me is heights, and I honestly have like a mini panic attack anytime I want to chairlift or anything like that. So
Really?
I don't
That's
think I
fair.
can do the lifts. The only time I've been to Big White was in the summertime. We did the hike, and yeah, chairlift going up. It looked gorgeous, but fuck, I was like death grip on Shay and on the railing, and then you get close to the end and you have to like lift up the safety bar, and I'm like, no, we're not doing that. No, it's I'm really bad with heights. It's
Have
brutal.
you seen that movie where those people get stuck on the chairlift?
I watched
over
it
the
like a
fuck
month
no
ago.
day weekend?
It's so good, but
What's
I
that
had
bad.
like a
called?
breakdown from a friend. Yeah,
What is it called?
It's called Frozen.
It was the original
called
Frozen.
It's called Frozen. Yeah.
not the
There's
Disney.
no
one.
music. There's no musicals in that. It's a good movie. I don't know. I haven't watched it in a long time, but it was just like it's a fun concept. It's one of those like you're just in one place the whole movie, and it's just this small little chairlift.
I don't know what year it came out, but like I used to take the city bus to school every day, so that's like an hour-long venture. And I had a buddy just break down like the whole movie for me, and yeah, I got the visual through.
Yeah,
It's like an audio.
they pretty much do everything you can with that concept. I think they got
No
there's room for a
sequels.
No
sequel, yeah.
sequels.
We're stuck
They
on
went
a chairlift
back.
again.
It went back to the chairlift to finish up the started.
I'm trying. Okay, 2010, Frozen, directed by.
I couldn't stop watching it when I put it on, which is a good thing for a horror movie.
Oh, this explains Tales of It as Sean Ashmore, the guy who played Iceman in the X-Men movies.
Oh, that's a good. It's good
Yeah.
casting.
Oh yeah, they got some frostbite.
He's
on
just
him.
There-
cast as cold
There are
characters.
some moments that happen. I'm like, well, you literally go like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And then shit happens, and you feel bad for laughing because it's really unfortunate.
3 skiers are stranding on a chairlift, forced to make a life or death choice, which proves more perilous than staying put and freezing to death. Really?
So they made a few more than just one life or death choice.
Yeah.
So that's like and all these movies that come up after you would like this: The Shallows, The Ruins,
Ruins,
Deep Water,
but yeah, Shallows is good. Fuck yeah.
Vacancy. All these movies where it's like you're stuck somewhere and everything.
Like the
that.
Descent, right? When they go in like
Yeah.
where are
Isn't
they? They're in like a
They
temple
go
or something, right?
spelunking and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. A
Isn't there
temple.
like a whole movie where Ryan Reynolds is like trapped in a coffin
Buried.
or something?
That's my.
Yeah.
That's my.
That's like the
worst
same
fear.
concept to me.
Yeah.
I don't know if that
Buried
is a
alive.
better movie than the Frozen one, but
It's actually pretty good because it's good because Ryan Reynolds is not himself in it. He's not just like having a bunch of yucks and everything. He's having a good like
Did he do what the bride did in Kill Bill? Just punch his way out of there?
No, he did not do that.
No.
He tried his very best, but no, it's all like he has stuff in his pockets and things like that. But
MacGyvered it.
yeah,
well, I remember Chris Angel once. He just like he did that. He buried himself alive and he just crawled his way out of there like a worm.
I hear he's still crawling.
Legendary.
he's
a mind
seriously
freak.
calm. I wonder what Chris Angel's up to nowadays. You know, he had those shows. Those shows were on for a long time, but I just feel like there's some people that have a moment, and then I have not heard about Chris Angel. And I wonder if he haven't. I'm gonna look it up if he still has like a Vegas show. You
He's
know,
probably enjoying his retirement.
he's retired because he put his body through so much. Like you can only
did.
get cut in half so many times and come back. You know.
It's like a pincushion, all those hooks that went into his body.
Yeah, when I saw his Vegas show, they did this thing where they did like the person cut in half, but they did it's like 2 chainsaws at the same time are going.
Jeez.
Yeah, and they like cut them and everything. Like the show was really cool. It had like a dark Alice in Wonderland feel and like bunnies and
Nice.
everything like that. But that's buried as my that's my worst fear of death. Like, because I'm not claustrophobic. I don't know what it is. We've talked about this before. I can find if there's a bunch of people in a room, that's fine. But it's if I can't physically move, like if I'm like strained, that's a phobia of mine. So the fact of Baird, you can't move around. Like, here's the thing: if you're put in a situation where you have an itch and you can't itch, that's the worst. That's, I think sometimes it's taking me down in gauntlet matches in the middle of a match and I have an itch. It's over for me because all I'm thinking about is right now I got a lower back itch as I'm talking about. Like all I'm thinking about is like I gotta get that itch.
That's quite the key to give away now in the middle of a gauntlet match.
Yeah,
like Kirklin
I
can just
remember
throw
that.
that out. Like
He's
a
gonna
little
do
feather.
like a little feather. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'll just throat punch him and he'll be dead. Oh no, but April, how are you doing? And what's your worst fear of dying?
good
It's off light
icebreaker
today.
question.
Yeah, just jump right into it.
Drowning probably. And I'm good.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, cause I don't know. Like, I guess that's stupid. I was gonna say I don't know what it would feel like to get shot or stabbed, but I feel like drowning. There's just such a fear because you don't know what it's like. What's gonna happen to you while that's all going on? You know? Oh man.
You're gonna die. That's what's gonna happen.
That's gonna
Yeah, but just
happen.
like the feeling of it, you know. I guess it's like I feel like it's a worse suffocation. You know, like
You
if
could,
you were
you could
holding your
test it
breath.
out. You get like
What?
a bathtub.
Well, not have, but I mean, like we've all
Hold
done
me
them
down,
where-
Emily.
Don't let up unless I
I
say
gotta
to
do
peek.
this.
Yeah, like I feel like we've all done it where we hold our breath. So I guess you just imagine like what happens if you just don't come up, and yeah, that's.
I heard drowning was worse or it was better or worse in saltwater versus freshwater.
But how do you know?
I don't know. They
like,
asked the guy.
It's a lot of sodium.
But that's the thing. It's like people always say that. There's like in Prestige when Michael Caine tells that story. Someone's like, "Oh yeah," he said drowning was like going home, but it's like you don't know because you die. You know, like we always say these things. Even in our sleep, maybe death is bad. You know, Dylan, how do you not want to die?
Well, I will say drowning, like I feel like even like when Mario drowns in a video game, it's like that
Yeah.
is scary, like the sounds he makes. So I definitely vibe with that.
Or the songs and the Sonic games when you're just looking for that bubble. It's like dun, 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 dun,
Oh,
dun,
yeah.
dun, dun, dun. I would just turn the Sega off at that point. I didn't want to go through that.
Oh yeah, 100%. Taylor, I don't even know. Like, what is your answer of how you fear of
I
dying?
don't know if I should tell you. It's
Well, because I'm not gonna Okay, I don't.
I don't want to.
my fear is probably drowning as well. I mean, like fear of heights and stuff. I had that, but I conquered it once I started going on planes all the time and everything. So I'm not really afraid.
Oh,
of that
all the
anymore.
time.
Yeah.
Didn't
Where
work
are
for
you
me.
going?
But
You do like the Mission Impossible thing to like
I
get
just
over it, where
jump
you just-
out. See, like
Yeah.
struck by lightning, like Henry Cavill.
When it's too much, yeah, you just ditch the plane. Yeah.
But no, probably drowning, and not so much like the. I've been
Not
in
the regular drowning.
Well, the regular drowning, but like what could be like underneath that's gonna come and kill me. But like I've been in situations where like I've had to have people come and like, because I can't swim, I had to have people come and like pull me out because I've been in situations where I literally like I'm stuck. I can't get myself out of the situation, and I literally am taking on water, and it sucks. It's really shitty, and it's just the feeling you get. It's just horrible. So.
Nathan says being slowly ran over feet first by a tank would really suck. Yeah, like I don't know what situation. I could see the drowning.
Maybe
I
if
could
that was
see
like
the-
really slow. Like
That's
the
what he
tank
did
is,
say.
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah, really."
Like the
it's
scene
like,
from
right,
Austin
right.
Powers, they're like cement roller.
Ooh. And he just, yeah. I don't know how you get yourself in that tank situation, but
Yeah,
you're
maybe
like,
a Canadian equivalent would be like a Zamboni coming towards you.
It
Yeah,
might
that'd
not
be
even
pretty
kill you,
brutal.
the Zamboni too. You know,
It'd be
it's so
clean.
light. Yeah, it just cleans it. You're hurt, but you're clean and stuff like that.
Travis, do you remember the Dane Cook skit when it would be drowning and then oil and fire on top? That's probably worst case scenario.
Honestly, like people hate on Dane Cook all the time. When April brought up drowning, that was the first thing I thought of. Was the skit where Dane Cook sets up this joke that he's afraid of fire and drowning, and he's talking about like what would be the worst way to die. And he's like, imagine if you're in the bottom of the pool and you start to drown, and the second you start to come up, some guy like dude lights it on fire, and you're just stuck between like fire and water. And then the kicker is like you find a hole without the fire, and some big dude punches you in the face, and they cover it with fire and stuff. I listen because Dane Cook was one of those it came out when I was like in middle school, and it's one of those first things when you're a kid you're listening to, and you know you're not supposed to be listening to. I found like on LimeWire 100, like that's how I got the full album, everything like that, and like you just know like okay they're saying stuff, and there's so many jokes too. I didn't clue until like 10 years later, like anything about relationships, or like love or sex, all that stuff like flew completely over my head at that age. I'm just like, oh, this is one of the lesser tier jokes. But then when you're older, you're like, man. But then I was around for the era where everyone just hated Dane Cook. Like I remember SNL did like a, oh no, it was Mad TV. They did a sketch on Dane Cook, and that was the first time I was like, oh man, people like.
Did he like
really
do something? Why did people hate him so much?
They didn't like how like animated was because he always
Yeah.
would be like, yeah, and he was like one of the first comics to really bring on that type of style of like, and people would copy it. And Mad TV did that sketch, and I was like, that was the first time I realized in my life that there's something I love that people absolutely hate, and I felt like, I was a shell of myself, like, oh my god, I thought everyone loved Dane Cook.
Jim Carrey was like that too, though. He was very wiry on stage and animated.
Yeah, and I don't know why Carrey didn't get, maybe it's just in the 2000s people weren't looking for that in Dane Cook's repertoire and whatnot and everything. Like he was voted Boston's worst comedian of all time, and it was like,
Wow.
I know people didn't like him, but it's
Yeah,
like,
it's
I'm
pretty-
sure there's I'm sure there's other things that happen. And there's a really good joke, go find it somewhere, where he talks about all the hate mail he gets and everything like that, and there was a good one. And yeah, I still listen to him. I saw him live. He came to Kelowna. That was
Nice.
a big thrill and everything.
What about his
like that.
movies?
Like which ones? Like what?
Good Luck, Chuck. Not bad. What was the one with the supermarket with
Employee of the Month?
Employee of the
Jessica-
Month is his best one.
I like
Yeah,
that
that
one.
one's
That's a
good.
good one.
Yeah, that one's good.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them, probably since they came out, so not in a rush to revisit them. Maybe they're not as great as I remember, but
Well,
at
Good
the
Luck
time.
Chuck was funny because I watched that back in the day when I would like rated R movies, would watch everything with the screen, like the cam copy. Like I'm not gonna say so. Like in the previews, they don't show any of this, but like Good Luck Chuck is like a hard R rated movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like lots of nudity and lots of like sexual innuendo. Like at one point, there's like, what's his name? Who's the guy from Fantastic Beasts? He plays the Muggle.
yeah, don't know his name.
Anyways,
He's in it.
Yeah, he's like he like makes love to like a piece of fruit at one point. Like there's all like it's very like American Pie-esque, and I was not prepared for that at a younger age. Like just seeing like all this stuff like, and then the other one he did, I'm not sure if anyone's seen it. It's called Mr. Brooks. It was Kevin Costner, and I don't think it got that popular because it was like a very
That's
Cheers
Gary.
for that guy.
That's
Oh,
Gary.
That's Gary.
Yeah, it's Gara. It's what's actually I don't even know how you say it. Gary. Gary. But yeah, he plays Mr. Brooks. It's like a Dexter type of movie. April, I'm sure you've seen it, right? Oh my goodness, you're a horror. See, no one knows this movie
Not even sure I've heard of
exists.
it.
No, it's Kevin Costner, it's Demi Moore, and it's Dane Cook, and Kevin Costner's like training Dane Cook to become a killer, and it's like him trying to be serious, and it's not too bad and everything like that.
Sounds
so,
fun.
Kirklin, your boy Tyler says, listen to Dane Cook on the city bus in middle school was the best. Definitely too young to listen. 100%.
Yeah, him and I. That's what we listened to. I think he was the one, honestly, telling me about Frozen on the bus. Not Disney
Oh.
Frozen. Yeah, other Frozen.
It all connects.
I had to scroll quite a ways down to find the Frozen you guys were talking about because it's Frozen 2, Frozen this and everything. Now I gotta ask Carl and April if they're the same. Is your house being bombarded with Encanto right now? Because I've reached the point where I am completely over it. I liked it, but at the cabin
man.
there was a solid 2-hour session. But the problem is they only listen to Surface Pressure. Don't talk about Bruno in the opening song. So it's just the same 3 songs over and over. Oh no, my head is ringing. And like they do the Spanish version, but that's still like I know what song it is, and I'm past. I've hit my peak of like, oh,
Travis, you're
it's
giving
too
away
much.
all the things that bother you in this episode, so people can come back with some.
I'm gonna have
ammo.
Bruno on during our gauntlet match.
Hey, that got us
Your,
copyright
your
strike.
intro music.
Yeah. But what about you guys? Are your kids loving Encanto? Have you like avoided it? Luckily.
Yeah, we saw it in the movie theater, and then
Mhm.
he watched it once when it came out on Disney Plus, and otherwise, he has a friend that comes over that likes to bother him by singing Bruno. It's banned.
No, that's a good call. Okay, so you're lucky. What about you, Carl?
Yeah, my daughter loves it. I hate it. I think it's probably one of the worst Disney ones yet.
Oh my
Like the
gosh.
songs or the
Yes,
movies?
the songs, the movies. It's no Moana. Give me a Moana
Moana's
100
great.
times over and over. It was okay. I just
Oh,
don't
it's
like it.
so good. It's so
It's
good.
not.
Shay and I have
It's
seen it
not.
probably like 8 times already,
8
honestly.
times?
Oh yeah,
Just
I'll come
you
home.
and Shay. You don't even have kids.
100%. No, it's one that grew on me too. I didn't even care for it the first time around. I think I might have fell asleep and then we watched it again and the songs just hit me. third time around, even more so. I'll come home, start making dinner. I'll just like put on. We don't talk about Bruno. Yeah, the songs slap. Honestly, they're so good.
So I will say that I think Kirkland's right that it does get better the more you watch it. I have reached a point where I don't need to watch it anymore,
You
but
plateaued.
But I do think it is similar to Frozen, where I don't think Frozen's that good of a movie, but I think the songs make it better. I think it can't like the movies. I feel like the movie starts and 5 minutes in, you know exactly how this is gonna go down. Like you've seen this movie a million times, but it's because it has like Spanish culture and the songs like that's like the different twist on it. But it's so funny that they didn't think that the Bruno song was gonna be so big because that's not the one they nominated for the Oscars. They didn't put that one in.
Yeah.
Because even Lin-Manuel Miranda, he's like, yeah, I didn't think it was gonna blow up. So I think it's still gonna win because they'll just give it to it as like we love all your other stuff, but that the song that got nominated, it's like the really emotional family song.
Oh yeah, doing like the flashbacks. I think. Yeah.
Which has some dark stuff in there, but yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm Taylor and Dylan. You guys seen Encanto? I know Dylan
I have
you did
not.
because you didn't know it was out this year because it was
Haven't.
a weird release. It came out. So it was Kirklin that was pimping out. Yeah, don't worry, I didn't let Kirklin get Encanto in there. But yeah, 8 times, that's a lot. You could be watching. You could be. I don't know what to bug you about anymore because you finished Hannibal.
Could be watching Frozen.
Yeah.
I put on Spy Kids last night.
Ooh.
Holds up, the original.
Yeah, it does.
The glasses and then
Yeah. Oh, 100%. There's so many meme moments in it, and the moments of the movie that are just like very, very weird and cringy. I remember those being like my favorite moments as a kid. So like seeing it now through like the eyes of an adult, it's like, man, really got to think of my taste back in the day. But no, great movie.
Book of Boba
Completely
Fett put you
forgot
in the
that-
mood.
What's that?
The Book of Boba Fett put you in the mood for some more Robert Rodriguez.
100%. I completely forgot that Machete was in there too.
Yeah, it's the uncle. Yeah.
Yeah.
They do that swap where he's like the bad uncle, but he's actually
Yeah.
a good uncle. And
Yeah.
isn't there Uncle Felix the turncoat?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
100%.
sad. It's pretty sad that I remember his name is Felix, and I can't tell you when I saw that movie, but I was one that I watched. That's one of those movies you watch over because again, talking about being
yeah.
a secret agent. I was like, look, these kids can do it. I'll be able to do it one day. And
That scene
I-
was just like a jaw dropper because he rips the stash off. He's like, "Listen, kids, I'm not your uncle."
yeah.
One of my favorite moments of that movie is when they're in like the secret cabin and then they have that food that's just like on a disc and then they put it in the mic and it's just like a full burger and fries and I'm like one day in the future that's gonna be
You
a
know
Yeah.
how like
we're getting there. 3D printers, man.
Travis in middle school, elementary, you know how much I wanted that right there. Just anything, produce me any type of food, you know. And I remember the guy, I can't remember his actual name, but the guy that's from Monk, he's the actual villain. And his
Yeah,
face
Tony
get-
Shalhoub. I
Yeah,
think.
Tony Shalhoub. How did I forget that name? But I remember.
Good
I
pull.
loved Monk. I love
Yeah.
that film. Yeah.
But like at the end when his face gets all messed up and everything, that's scary, you know.
Oh,
That's,
yeah.
that's some, and then there's the thumb things or whatever
Thumb
they
thumbs.
are.
Do you remember what
Thumb
those
thumbs.
like
Thumb thumbs.
weird deformed people were called? What their like TV like promotional name was?
What does that mean? TV promotion?
Like, because they were on a TV show, right? The kids show. So what was like their
I
name?
totally remember.
Because you
I
could get
forgot.
you could get
Like-
the action figures of them apparently in like in that
Really?
universe. Yeah, like because the kid was like collecting all the figures.
Yeah,
right?
he was a big fan, and I remember Alan Cummings is like it's the same thing. He's like the fake villain. They do a lot of fake outs in that thing, and yeah, Alan Cummings is great. That's the guy who didn't get enough credit. But Taylor, I guarantee you, I think I know the answer to this. You love Spy Kids 2 more than 1, right?
I do. I mean,
Yes.
Steve Buscemi's line, like, "Do you think God too hides in fear of his creation?" Like, what? That's in a kids movie. That's crazy.
Fooglies. That's what
The
they were.
Fooglies,
Yes.
yes. Sounds like some insult you're not supposed to say anymore from the 1960s. You know, like that guy's a foogly. You know, like, but like,
Derogatory term.
yeah. Also, because I felt like they have lots of dinosaurs in that, and
Oh
that was.
yeah.
I think Kirk, can you look up Spy Kids 2? I feel like that was like 2003, right? Because that was like 2002, 2004. you had
2002.
Scorpion- Yeah, that was the era of like really bad CGI. It's because it really stood out of like you had Lord of the Rings, it was just killing it, and then you had like Scorpion King and Spy Kids 2. I remember all those dinosaurs are looking real rough. Like it's not a good time for them. And then the series plateaued with 3 and 4 because they did 4. I don't think they're in it. I think it's like the name, but it's a new cast.
It's a
or
new
something.
cast, yeah, like a step at a time or something like that.
Yeah, it's like Joel McHale and stuff like that. And 3 wasn't. I did not enjoy 3. I saw
3D.
I saw in the theaters. George Lopez the villain. All
Elijah
I remember,
Wood moment.
All I remember is Elijah Wood moment. Yeah, when he walks and like insta kill him, and it was like, damn, that really
I'm
sucked.
the
So,
guy.
Yeah, I'm the guy.
Like Junie is like the guy the whole movie. Everybody thinks he's the one, and then he's like, no, he's not the one. This guy is the actual guy. He's gonna use his superpowers, just be Neo the one, dead instantly, and then they give him his title of the guy back.
Yeah. Carl, I didn't ask how you doing this weekend.
I'm good. Liverpool is currently in the final. It's half time, so I'll be leaving in about 10 minutes. I had set my alarm for 2:00 in the morning, thinking that it was like 2:00 in my morning.
Oh no.
I planned to have a few beers, then wake up. I'll be sober. It'll be grand. But no, you caught me right in the middle.
Oh yeah. So what? You said it's halftime there. The game starts.
It's halftime. It's halftime. Yeah.
There you go.
Halftime.
I hope for you. So the floor is yours. So because if
Hope
you're
for you.
not gonna be here full time, what do you want to talk about, Carl?
No, I'm just here for the crack, lads. You know me. Here to see Dildog. I seen Dildog was on. Had to come in and say hello.
Dildo.
He hates that name. He hates it.
Not good. Not a good name.
Not good.
I said it once, and now it just kind of repeats just because I know he hates it. But I love you, Dylan.
I love you too, man. You know, I don't know if I've told you this before. My vehicle is a Corolla, and its name is also Carl, and that's like been for years and years. Like not because of you in a way, but I just wanted you to know that you and my car share the same name.
I know, and I know you're a big fan of me, but that's very sweet of you, Dylan. Thank you.
You should name
I've
your-
had the car for a few more years than I've known you, so unfortunately, that's how it worked out this time.
I'm gonna take what I take from it. Okay.
Of
Carl,
course, yeah.
from your next car, you should get it called Dill Dog. That's what you should do.
The Dill Dog.
this is the
Up
Dill
in my
Dog.
Dildog.
Yeah.
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 The Dildog machine.
I think with your names, your burner account, you might be
Do
the
that
big-
because then the name kind of transfers from me over to this new vehicle, and then I can leave
car.
it behind.
I feel like your burner account might be the big Wumbo guy who follows on YouTube because he calls me like Trav Patty and Kirklin. What is yours again?
I don't want to say it, even if I remember it. I don't know.
Kirk
Kirk
Patty.
isn't the greatest.
See, it would have to be the Kirkmeister. That's too easy.
Kirkmeister?
The
Have you heard that one before?
Kirkmeister.
Not bad.
Sounds like a new
Yeah,
one.
the Kirkmeister.
I've had many names in my tenure. I had my buddy Tyler that was in chat. He had a Korean student when we were growing up, and he always called me Kirkman, and that was just like my nickname for a while. It was awesome. It was a little offshoot of Batman. It was a good name. Superman, any superhero really.
Mm-hmm. Speaking
Yeah,
of Carl,
that's
when are you seeing the Batman? Because I know you usually get the stuff. early.
It comes out Friday for us next Friday. Me and Gary, we're gonna see it Saturday morning. So
Is Gary just like chilling in your living room right now?
yeah, I have two friends in there. We're all having
Oh, okay.
beers, snacks, watching the match.
He's watching this. No.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Wait. You said next Friday, or do you mean this Friday?
Well, today's Sunday. Yeah. So next
Yeah, so-
Friday it comes out, and then
First
and
day of
I'll
the
watch it
week.
Saturday morning.
I feel like that qualifies as this Friday. You know, like
no,
I
this,
feel like-
well, yes, true.
I used to
true.
be on
Okay,
Carl's
okay.
side with this, but no, 100% Travis is right.
Yeah,
I
no,
found
true.
out
This
probably
Friday
like
coming. Yeah,
I found out like last year probably that
Mhm.
Sunday was the first day of the week. I always thought
you did.
like literally one year ago, someone was like, "Oh yeah, Sunday first day." I'm like, "No, bro, that's the last day of the week. That's the 7th." And then they're like, "Look at your calendar." And I never really clued in on like why Sunday was just right there. Very strange. I always just like attributed it to first day of school, first day of work is Monday.
but I feel like
I'm alone on
even if
this, probably.
No.
I will say,
I'm
I
with
think
you.
this Friday or next Friday, in this particular case, I would think, Friday 5 days.
Because it's still the weekend. Friday for me is the weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So for me, next Saturday's next weekend. So,
I
but you're
feel
also
like-
right, Travis. You're right.
Yeah, 'cause
Probably,
I
you're
feel
probably
like
right on paper, but
Yeah.
even if we were on
Life's more
Saturday, I would
complicated.
still say like, oh, this Friday, like it's coming up this Friday and everything.
This Friday
like that,
coming,
so,
yeah.
Yeah.
Should have said this Saturday coming to theater near you.
Yeah, you should have, but you missed your chance there.
Yeah, I know. Blip.
But no. Hopefully you enjoy that. Who's your favorite Batman there, Carl?
Ooh.
He's never seen a Batman movie.
He's never
Oh
seen
yeah, I
one.
have.
trying
It's just it's hard because I really like Affleck and I hate sort of those movies.
Mhm.
But like Affleck, this Batman.
Yeah.
I like. It's hard because Bale was a better actor than Keaton, but I like the Keaton movies better.
Mm.
So
You can think about it
Hard
too
one.
next time.
Lego Batman. There we go.
Lego-
Lego
there you go.
Batman.
That's
That's
a
that's a
good
safe one.
Now, here's the question I'll ask you because before you go, because one of the main topics is we're talking about pizza because we got in a geek first argument about pizza and everything like that. So, do you have what do you have out there for like?
Yes, we
I'd
have
say-
pizza. We have
No.
pizza.
Or is it called like
We even
sauce
have
and bread?
electricity.
Is it called sauce and bread?
Sauce and- sauce and bread.
Is some-
We've even got LAN cables. You know that thing you should be getting.
I have LAN cables. What if you have nothing to plug it into? You know, that's my issue. You know, even though the last cast it was great, I didn't drop once, but yeah. Do you have stuff like Papa John's and Domino's out there and everything?
We've got Domino's, no Papa John's over here.
Right. Do you have Pizza
I've
Hut?
had Papa John's. Yeah, Pizza Hut.
How
It's
did you have Papa
nasty.
John's? Did you get like expedited over or something?
I have friends who live in England, so when I was over there, we went to Papa
Ah.
John's. So had it there once or twice.
Do you have Pizza Hut?
okay.
What are some other like fast food pizza places I'm missing?
That's
Panago.
probably the only two
Little
franchises here.
Caesars. Did you say that?
Panago. Oh, I didn't say Little Caesars. Yeah, you got Little Caesars.
We do have a little. I've never tried it though. It just looks like a wee fancy posh place.
You
Not
should
my
get-
cup of tea.
You
It's
should
not
get
that
the Batman calzone. You know, that's should be your time to try it out.
Calzone.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, no, it's all right there. But do you
Pizza
have?
kills me. I love pizza, but it just kills me. It really
Oh,
kills
yeah.
me now. I'm too
Yeah.
old for it.
So do you have a favorite pizza like fast food place and why it's best? Because Taylor's strong on one side, I'm strong on another.
Fast food place has to be fast food.
Well, yeah,
Like,
because
like franchise, like a franchise.
Yeah, like a franchise.
Yeah.
Because I feel like
Not
if
your
you-
local pizzeria.
Yeah, because
Okay.
those are always gonna
Um,
top it, right? Because those are pretty good. So that's an easy one.
I worked in Domino's, so I know how they work. I like Domino's toppings. Domino's do better toppings, but their pizza, they use cornmeal, which is why it has a gritty texture to it on the pizza. I'm getting very technical about this.
Yeah, Pizza X.
I actually, I've got a silver badge upstairs. I'm among the second fastest people in the world in making a pizza for Domino's. There's a
what
bracket,
year?
there's
Is
bracket,
it
yeah.
updated?
Hasn't been updated in
Were you
15
shooting
years.
from first and could just never get there? Or
And
how did
no,
that
well,
work out?
I did it with one hand, and I've got evidence of this. I'll see if we can get the video where I had hurt my left hand, and I made a pizza with one hand, and I still got second, got myself a
Damn.
badge.
Wow.
So
That's
back in
very
the day,
impressive.
yeah. I would say Domino's. Domino's have the better toppings out of most, even
Man,
local
sometimes
pizzeries.
Domino's pizza though, you get a medium and there's like 3 pieces of pepper on there. Like they really
true.
don't ration it out correctly, I find.
Well, then, no, that see in Domino's everything's precise because it's a franchise. If you're getting pepperoni, there's 2 at the top.
Well, then
everything's
whoever
and it's
plays
single
they
down.
decide that I get 3 peppers.
They just don't like you. You clearly don't tip over in Canada.
Well, that's Taylor. Taylor gets
There's a
to know.
when you call in, there'll be a note on the computer and says give less.
Right.
Yeah, no, I think Dylan's right with that. It all depends on the toppings. All depends on the delivery driver too, because you can sometimes have a pizza that's just completely toppled over and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
squished.
So, I wish
The meatballs in Domino's is so
you
good.
get meatballs on pizza.
I've never had that before.
You never had meatballs on pizza?
I feel like that's too big. Like the
No,
meatball-
but see, they're only
back-
tiny meat. They're that size. They're tiny.
Oh, it's
It
perfect
works.
for
then
Kirkland.
yes.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
works.
yeah,
I
yeah.
have
They're
had
not.
that.
Yeah, they're not spaghetti meatballs. Kind of massive. No.
Yeah, Kirkland can't eat those.
It doesn't fit in the box. Yeah.
My little mouth doesn't open that way.
Your little mouth only comes up at after 9. You know that's
Like
I gotta-
actually, I like forget about it, and then it comes after 9. I'm like, this fucking guy, this little. I don't even know how that started.
I can't even remember. He said some comment about like you said something was too big for your mouth, and I think to me it was like a
Was it a
regular
sexual
food.
innuendo?
No, but it was like a regular food item, and I'm like, why? And then so we just decided that Kirkland has a little mouth on after 9. But yeah, April, what about you? What's your franchise you're going with? You get to order, you get 1 free pizza, you get the option. Where are you going?
Papa John's.
Papa John's. Okay. So Taylor, you
Better
can
ingredients,
counter.
better.
I'm not
pizza.
countering that. Papa
No,
John's is
I
the way
meant
to
you,
go.
You jump on the way because you two are Papa John's.
Papa John's, like you can taste it like even in the crust. The crust is just high quality, and like I don't know what, but it's like they source their pepperoni from like the richest places in the world because it just is so good. The sauce
you mean
too.
rich, do you
the
rich mean like
spices-
quality or
quality,
taste?
quality, and taste. So
Oh, some
It's
people
yeah,
don't
it's
like a
best
rich
of
when I
both
had
worlds.
Papa John's, I can't remember it.
The seasonings too, you get the 6 cheese. Oh my god. And they just have a
Oh.
variety of
No.
delicious different types too. It's incredible.
So I used to love Papa John's, and then the ones here I feel like weren't as good cooking it. So now I'm a Domino's guy. The 6 cheese was too much. That is no wonder why he likes the rich pepperoni. That is the saltiest thing I've ever put in my mouth. 100%.
No. If you can eat sour
Oh,
or
yeah.
salt and vinegar Vicky's chips, then you probably just inhale the 6
No,
cheese.
you and Kirkland have some weird things where just like you touch vinegar and it burns your lips. Like you're a
does.
fucking witch that touches water. Like, oh, I can't eat salt and vinegar chips. It's too much for my lips. Like I don't understand. But
Those
I will
tiny
give
little lips. Yeah.
the tiny little that's too much vinegar for them. But I like Papa John's that they give you like the little garlic dippers. That's always good. So that's why you actually think, Taylor, the crust is better than it is because you're dipping the crust in there, right?
No, Madison likes the dips more than I do. They do have some good flavored dips, but it's the crust. It's not like I don't eat it and feel like I'm just like bloated. Like I feel like eating it. It's just it's so good. I feel like I can go for a run afterwards.
Yeah.
Fully full of pizza. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Carl.
I'm gonna jump out. Matty, I love you. Hopefully you're still on in 45
Bye,
minutes.
man. I'll see you soon.
Liverpool's playing, so you know where I'm at.
Good luck. What's the
So
score? What's the score?
it's still 0-0 against Chelsea.
Good
so
luck, man.
Oh, I thought he said
Go Chelsea.
Carl. Go whoever
Shut your
Carl's
tiny
not-
mouth.
Yeah, go Chelsea. Go Chelsea. Yeah.
Hopefully you're on soon. I'll talk to you soon.
See you, Carl.
Oh
See you,
boy.
I thought because the weird way Carl talks when he said no, I thought he said I don't know. So I'm like, he's been watching the whole game and he doesn't know
He's
the
been
score.
drinking.
How much is he drinking over there? I don't know. I don't know the score. It's not even the finals, everything like that. But Maddie, how you doing? Maddie, you're looking like a GQ model right now.
He is.
morning,
Good
good
hair
morning,
going
guys.
on.
Good morning. I know it's early for you guys in BC. Good afternoon, April. Hi, nice to see you. How you guys doing?
Very, very
All
good.
right.
Very good.
We're good.
Nice to see you, Dylan. Man, everyone's
Yeah,
good.
you too. You too.
It's the
What is that
afternoon.
painting behind you? Can I?
I have
It's a
no
Maddie
idea.
Sag
I didn't,
Yeah, you.
there's no backstory behind it, honestly. I don't know who.
It just like fits your outfit too. Like it,
It
it's like
does,
all
yeah.
works as one unified thing.
Yeah.
But you said there's no. Are you at someone else's place? Or are you at your
No,
house?
I'm at my place. I was gonna say there's a signature on it, but I have no idea like who
Right.
it is.
Oh, okay, it was there when you moved in. Then.
Yeah,
Okay.
no. Well, I bought it, but it wasn't. I'm not a collector of paintings. It's just I was just bought as decor for my.
Okay.
kids.
So what's actually on the painting though?
I'll show you guys here one.
Oh, I thought it was like a forest line, but now I'm not so sure.
I thought it was
Is it a train? I
Looks
thought
like
it
a
was train.
beach.
Is it a
Ooh.
train? No, it's not a
beach?
train. No.
Yeah, you see the sand on the left and the water on the right with
Look, very
the shore.
interpretive.
That's a good. Yeah, that's a good. I like that, Taylor. That's good. It's a nice. I don't know. what
Called
it is.
Sorrow.
April, what's your perspective? What do you think that is?
I think it looks like a river. There's like
Oh.
banks on each side.
That's like some abstract, like water. I don't know. What
It could be like Lord of the Rings. You got like the Eye of Sauron in the distance there on the right.
Coming
Yeah.
over the.
It's the map really zoomed out. This is one of Maddie's plays when he's dating. He's like, "What do you think this painting is?" You
I have
know?
a few. I have some.
His whole room is just
Yeah, depending on who he brings home, he's like, "Ooh, I'm gonna select the one just for them."
This is
I'll
my
send you
podcast
some-
painting.
I'll send you some good Italian music that you guys will like.
Italian music.
Yeah,
Nice.
You're
yeah.
French. How do you get into Italian music?
Well, no, I'm a technically Italian, not technically, but I was born here in Quebec. But
Mhm.
my parents, my dad was born in Italy. Both my parents are Italian, so I have some
yeah.
Italian heritage. Yeah,
I can tell
that's
by
why
his
it's
hair.
gonna get interesting. I heard like I know there's some pizza talk.
Yeah, your
Yes.
pizza opinions
Yes.
are.
He's gonna be
This is
offended. Our
valid.
fucking Domino's.
Yeah, but that's not the question, man. You don't get to pick some high end. You don't get to make us the pizza.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta do the Friday night. Hey, I got $20. Where am I going?
What was the choice though? What was the debate again?
Well, we were like fast food franchise pizza places as far as like your Domino's, your Papa John's, your Little Caesars. Like, what's your
Yeah.
go-to? Because I'm a Domino's person. April and Taylor are Papa John's. I think Kirkland's with me on Domino's. I don't know where Dylan is yet, so I think
I'm in another ballpark.
Oh,
of my
okay.
own.
Oh, I want to hear this too. But so I actually don't have Papa John's here, and we don't have it here. So I've had it twice, both times though when I was in the States. So besides that, we don't have it in Quebec, unless maybe it's somewhere else. But I know like in my area, we don't have it. So
Did you like it
Domino's-
those times you had it?
The first time I had it, I did. The second time, not as much. But mainly here, we'll have like either Domino's or Pizza Hut. But back in the day, I used to really like Pizza Hut as a kid growing up. But now I'll probably go Domino's if I had to to choose out of those.
Yeah, Pizza Hut I just feel that it's very
Greasy.
it's greasy, but it's very expensive for what you get. Like I'm fine with paying a good amount for a pizza, like
Yeah.
where Dylan used to work Mr. Mozzarella.
Mm-hmm.
I was fine paying that $1 amount, even though I had the experience where the last time me and Emily went, I didn't like as much. I said once Dylan left, it all went downhill. But
I took the secret recipes with me on my way out.
we
the
can't
door.
find the sauce.
He had his own recipes.
Yeah.
Why? Where did you work?
It was called Mr. Mozzarella. I think it's
Okay.
only in Kelowna, and I think there's like 3 or 4 locations in that area.
Mhm.
There might be another one somewhere else, but yeah, it's kind of like a local place. But yeah, the pizza is like, I don't know, probably 50% more expensive than like Domino's
Yeah.
and stuff. Like it's quite a bit more costly.
Yeah.
So after I wasn't working there anymore, I never really went back just because I'm like I don't have that kind of money. When we go.
Yeah. It's some thick pieces, so
Yeah.
that's
Mhm.
good.
Travis, back to what you said though, like in that case, like Domino's, like there's always you could find for like decent price. There's always deals and stuff.
Oh, it's definitely cheap. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely. Well, that's been my favorite thing about. That's why I title this the Pizza Wars, because my favorite thing is Domino's did the 50. I can't remember who did it first, actually, the Papa John's or Domino's. Someone copied each other with the 50% off Mondays, and I don't know.
I always
what.
thought it was Domino's first.
Yeah, I did
Domino's
too.
is Monday, right?
Yeah, and then Papa John's now does the Monday as well.
Ooh.
And now, yeah, and then they're always trying to counter each other. When I can't remember who got stuffed crust. I think like someone got stuffed crust, and then Papa John's got stuffed crust. I'm not a big fan of Papa John's stuffed crust. I was hoping to like it, but I do want to try their New York style crust because I don't think it's gonna be like New York. But that's my hope. What are you laughing at, Maddie? You something wrong? with...
I love your takes. That's all. I think it was Pizza Hut that did the stuffed crust first, though.
Yeah, I think you're right, and yeah, it is greasy, but it's quite expensive.
Dude, stuffed crust
but...
is overrated.
Yeah. Is it? No. You gotta get the Little Caesar
Depends,
stuffed
yeah.
crust too.
Little Caesars. I haven't been there since it was like outside my high school. Honestly, like get a $5 hot and ready. I don't know if I'm just like a higher life person now. I get the expensive.
Wow, look at this guy.
I get the expensive
can't
stuff.
eat
The
Little
Antico,
Caesar's
the Skinny Duke's Pizza in town here. Oh man, it's
These aren't real
I do
places.
associate Little Caesars with just cheap middle school pizza. So.
right outside our middle school, Dylan. We
Yeah,
went to the same school.
exactly.
Yeah, that's why you gotta get is it the deep dish one where they like really bake it? And
Yeah.
you get the stuffed
Oh, yeah.
crust. That's good.
That's
and
pretty
you gotta
gnarly.
get the Italian cheese bread. That's some good shit. You want to talk about Taylor? You want some rich stuff? That's some rich stuff right there.
Talk about going for a run afterwards. Jeez,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
a lot of carbs.
What I'm gonna do though is next time we're together, I'm gonna order Little Caesars, and Kirklin won't eat it because he'll just have to watch. us.
too
He's
big
like,
for my
"Oh,
mouth."
Well, that too. Well, no, they make that's the Italian cheese bread. It's perfect. They're like little slices and whatnot. The only thing good about Pizza Hut is it used to have that buffet. They don't have it anymore, but that was good because I love pizza.
Oh, they don't do it
buffets.
anymore.
Not
No.
here. Do they do it there?
To be honest, I don't know. I've always wondered because I used to like smash that too as a kid, but I'm not sure. I'd have to check it out. But even Little Caesars, like we don't have that here either. Here it's like really like just Pizza Hut or Domino's.
Where do you? I feel like you live in a pretty big city.
Well, again, man, like those aren't my choices, right? Like, because we have good pizza places here that aren't like those fast food chains, So
No, but you said you don't have. I thought you said you don't have a Little Caesars here.
we don't. That unless I don't know, unless I haven't,
He's
I've never
just-
seen it, but I'm
just
pretty,
destroying
I'm
them.
pretty
He's
sure,
just
but-
setting them on fire.
Nah, I'm pretty sure we don't have it, honestly. Just Pizza Hut and Domino's, but
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go. We'll talk about Taylor. I think someone's trying to compete with you with the wall art because Summer Hancy has probably stolen
Very
a lot of
nice.
wall art over the years, but it's there.
Yeah,
so.
you know me.
Yeah. How you doing, Summer?
I'm doing good. It's good to be here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good that it's pretty much just GeekVerse canon now that you're a criminal and it comes up multiple times. Like when
It
we talk
does.
about criminals, you are the prime example. So
I'm
we
glad
talk-
I'm the villain.
Yeah.
What
we
is the
talk about
brief
crime-
story of that? Because I
Yeah,
was
what-
out of it for
yeah.
so long. I don't
Yeah,
know where
what-
this criminal.
yeah, where did it start
Travis
from?
started it.
I think because she like had mentioned either 2 or 3 streaming services. Like, well, I don't have that. I just use my mom. Well, I don't have that.
I
It's
see.
just like, and there was just a string of just like, what do you actually pay for and stuff like that. And then there was another story too of her like taking something with her, a food item. Like she didn't actually steal it, but it was like questionable circumstances. So now she's just a criminal, just like Kirk has a little mouth. But the thing is, the little mouth thing never comes up because we don't talk about people with little mouths. We talk about crime quite a bit, but. Taylor Phil of GeekVerse podcast. You have your hand up.
Well, talking about the posters, so funny story. Now, Summer, that poster behind you, the Grogu,
Yeah.
I went when I was reorganizing my office. I went to this like record store we have at our mall here, and I saw that poster. I was like, this is a beautiful poster. I need to get it as like the main centerpiece as the Grogu. And I bought it and everything like that. And it turns out it was the wrong poster. It was a shitty Grogu one. It was a really bad one.
Wait. How did you buy the wrong poster?
Well, apparently I grabbed the wrong one, even though the numbers
like
were
a
all
roll?
right.
Like
it
in
was,
a
it was
tube
in
so
the
you couldn't
rolls and
see it?
stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. So I went back and they didn't have that one. It was horrible. And I already opened it and everything like that. So I ended up just keeping it in my closet. But
So,
I went
wait,
and got that.
Which
so
one
that
was it?
behind
Yeah.
you is not what you consider the shitty one. You're saying there's a
No.
third
Yeah.
shitty
The
one.
friend
This is
one
the
is
third
the
one.
shitty
I
one.
found this one at Walmart and it's just
Right.
gorgeous. But I wanted the one that Summer has right now.
Yeah,
So-
this is actually diamond art, with like the little rhinestones.
Oh,
right.
jeez.
So
Oh, she
yeah.
didn't pay for that. No way.
That's
At least not the
expensive.
diamond.
I did pay for it.
So Taylor, you said you have that poster in your closet. Like, is it like roll up in your closet?
wanna
or do
know
you
what
have
it
Put
is.
in your closet.
I'll grab it.
You grab it,
Give me-
please.
give me
Yeah,
a
what
hot
is it?
minute.
Yeah, we'll decide if it's shitty or not.
It's the one
It's
that
probably
Summer
gonna be
has,
just very
probably.
mediocre. or something.
Probably.
We'll be like, that's the best one and everything. What else does he have there? He has multiple Bionicles.
He's
has
got
a
his PJs
halo.
on. I
He's
respect
got his
that.
variant shirt.
Yeah.
Guys, does
Not
he
the real
send you
Taylor.
like pics, like just rocking like his Doctor Strange necklace or just some stuff that he has? Does he ever-
We haven't seen
You
get
can
that.
random
ask him to
snaps
put it
during
on.
his
He'll put it
selfies.
on at any moment. Last
Yeah.
after 9, he literally ended the cast by turning the lights off and
Yeah.
putting on his thing because he was so excited and everything like that. But okay, let's see.
Here comes the big reveal.
Well, that thing is just thrown in the closet.
I don't know if it's shitty, but it's not great. Like,
I
it's
would not
very-
put that on a wall. Yeah.
No, it's like
Yeah.
That's why it's in his closet.
yeah, that one you have Taylor on the wall is definitely better. I can see
Oh,
what
yeah.
you mean. Like it's not bad, but that was just very basic. It's just like
It doesn't even work too with the spacing. I'd have to go like this
Yeah.
way on the wall, which wouldn't work.
Yeah.
well, no, dude, take out your entire wall, put that going on there. I like that people call me egotistical. He has that's a GeekVerse poster behind him. He's framed that. That's a poster of himself.
I think it's awesome. It's not of just me. I didn't like cross you guys off. You guys are in it too.
no,
Where's
that's the
Dave?
version where you took everyone's thing and everything like that.
Yeah, it's a
Their
nice
faces
poster.
off, and you put our
Good
faces
poster.
on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dylan, you remember why you're Mysterio on that poster?
Yeah, it was like I took a bad picture, and I'm like, I actually don't want you to use this picture in
Yeah.
official, promo stuff. So throw the fishbowl on my head.
Yeah, we were like, Dylan, I need a phone. And he was memeing. I'm like, okay, we'll use this photo. And then when he saw on the post, he's like, yeah, don't use it. But it looked good because he's Mysterio and everything like that. And yeah, so I didn't ask, Summer, what you been up to? How you been? How's 2022 going? There's probably no
Yeah.
problems whatsoever in life or the world around us.
Yeah, exactly. It's been good. It's been a good year. Just work and school and yeah, nerd content. It's been a good year so far.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Ish.
And you went on a pretty big trip too.
Did
you?
I?
Didn't you go?
I went to Disneyland for a couple days.
Wow, just fucking no sell me. Wow, you know what? Fuck you. I'm never gonna transition to Summer.
Travis is like stalking, like watching your trip.
How was that?
She shared
was
on
that trip to
Twitter.
see your
She
parents?
shared it in the Discord.
How do you like to die, Summer?
Yes, I did go.
Have you ever drowned
to
before?
Galaxy's-
Yeah, you shared it in the
Yeah.
Discord. You shared it on
Yes.
Twitter. So like, oh,
Well,
people
it
don't just
was-
randomly go to Disney World. But no, fuck me, right? How much?
It
shit
was
did you
a
steal
work
there?
trip, actually. Like I got to
My
go with
work's
my
not
work.
taking me there.
So yeah, but I gotta go for just like a couple days to Disneyland in California, and I got to see Galaxy's Edge for the first time, and Millennium Falcon, and I built a lightsaber. It was
Fuck yeah.
so magical. They like have Yoda's voice when you're building your lightsaber. It's just such a cool experience. So yeah, that was pretty fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Magical, but not big. Magical. I'll use my words better next time. But so you got to go with work. Did you have to pay for lightsaber? Or did they comp you that?
I had to buy the lightsaber, but
Okay. Was it worth every penny?
absolutely. I want to get another one. Like, I want to get all of them. They're pretty cool.
What color did you get?
Oh, don't worry.
I got red.
Oh, yeah.
makes sense.
Way to go.
Yeah.
Criminal classic.
Yeah. Classic Sith move. Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you
It
eat at
fits.
any restaurants there, anything like that?
Yeah. I got to go into the cantina. They have some really cool drinks. Like, I got a drink that had foam on top that numbs your lips when you drink it. It's really weird.
They're allowed to do that?
Yeah.
Was that
They have-
alcoholic beverage
Gotta
or
sign
for
a waiver
kids?
probably.
Yeah, it is a bar. It was alcoholic. They have
Okay.
lots of cool drinks.
I thought they were giving kids these
Yeah.
mouth numbing drinks. I was like, this is that's not good.
Want some death sticks, kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. And then they had some really cool food. I got this cool like chicken and potatoes dish, but they just made it look so alien and out of this world. Like it was really cool.
Nice.
Now, do they have on the menus? Is it chicken potatoes or is it actual like Star Wars name? But in the description, it tells you like what the food is and everything like that.
Yeah, it's some weird Star Wars name. It's really immersive. Like they have every single person is really in character, and yeah, it's
That's
pretty cool.
You gonna be going to the hotel next and spend your life savings on that?
It looks so cool. I really hope I get to go one day, but yeah, who knows? It's
What is
pricey.
it? 2 adults and a child for 2 nights is almost $6,000. It's like 550.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
Oh yeah. For the Star
Yeah.
Wars
What,
hotel.
American dollars? Or Canadian?
American. Yeah. So
God, 10
we
grand
can't
for
afford
us.
that.
Yeah.
For one
10
night?
grand. No,
One
2
night?
nights.
Okay,
It's 2 nights.
It's 2
Thanks,
nights.
Maddie.
Yeah. Oh, come on, 1 night. No, you get
Much more
2 nights.
reasonable.
Probably
for
like a
$6,000.
Tuesday, Wednesday too. Not even like a nice day.
Yeah, you go on the weekend. You own like you got to give them your unborn child.
This
or
does
something
look
like
cool, but it's not $6,000 cool.
that. No, that
Well-
like yeah, that
Another thing I got to do on that trip was we got to tour a signature suite at the Disneyland Hotel. And it was this gigantic suite, and that was like $10,000 a night.
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
We didn't get to stay there, but they let us see it. It was insane. I'm like, people actually pay for this. They said it was always booked.
For sure.
People are
Wow.
just paying $10,000 a night. It's crazy.
yeah,
That's
and that-
crazy.
and that's why, unfortunately, because there's this video going around of them asking like one of the main people, like, don't you think this is kind of pricey and kind of wrong and stuff? But if people will pay for that, then they're gonna do it, right? Like, 'cause they're just making hand. And I'm sure it was expensive to put in, but at the same time, it's also Disney who doesn't need like that much. Like they were making bank on now the parks are back open, they're fine, but people are gonna pay them and everything. I don't like. I guess if I had like boatloads of outrageous money, I could do it, but I just don't know like that. To me, that's hard to justify like that, like for the hotel, and that's like it would be so cool, but like $6,000, $10,000 for just like staying a night.
It's
like,
when you go and do it, and then like next month, like enjoy our 50% off deal, and then you're like, oh, well, fuck.
yeah. Free night if you win a lightsaber duel and everything like that.
You just win big at like the casino or something. It's like, fuck yeah, I'll drop my $6,000 on that.
Canto bite.
Yeah, buy a house, go to the Galactic Hotel and everything like that. But no, that's great. I want to get down there one day. I don't know. I don't think I'll be traveling. Me and Kirklin almost traveled to the
We
States.
almost did it.
We almost did it for Batman, but we thought against
Oh, you
it.
didn't do it? You're not doing it?
No, so what happened was, so I do have a cabin there, but I did not know none of my family have been there since the pandemic started because the borders and everything like that. So they're like, yeah, the thing is like you're not gonna have any electricity, you're not gonna have any like water flowing, like we got to set that all up. So at that point, once me and Kirkland started talking, we became those crazy people where, well, by the time we drive and we take off work and then we do a hotel, it's like it's gonna be like $500-600 altogether. So all those times when people share that, like, look, these tickets are on sale for $500, I felt like I was that person. I'm like, man, I'm spending $500 to the back. If this is what I said to Kirkland, if it was weeks earlier, I would have done it, but because it's only 2 days earlier, I went okay. And then my second hope was Canada got some screenings. Maddie's going to them, but we didn't get any of those shit. We didn't get nothing in it like at all. Fucking Dylan, who's not even a Batman. Dylan trashes Batman all the time and seeing Batman before me. Like everybody, like kids are
On
gonna see Batman
Wednesday.
before him. Yeah, I see him on
Wednesday,
Wednesday, the bastard and stuff
But
like
you're
that.
that you guys are that far. Like it's far from where you.
It's
you
a
are
4-hour
traveling.
drive,
Okay,
but
yeah,
it's
Well, I'm
just
in
like,
Vancouver, so Vancouver.
he's not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll get things like that. Like when
Okay.
we've done early showings in the past, like a lot of those have been us driving down to Vancouver, and now that I'm
Yeah.
here, I can just access some of those.
Yeah,
Nice.
and same thing with Batman. I would have done weeks like when we saw Civil War, that was a whole month early. When we saw Wonder Woman,
Mhm.
that was 3 weeks or 2 weeks early. But with this, it's like I'm not gonna get either Kirkland or a friend to drive down to Vancouver or to see it on Wednesday when the Thursday. I'm just gonna log off all social media
yeah.
and everything when it happens because I don't want to see. I don't want to risk anything. You know, I don't.
Well,
wanna
leave
see
it now. As of tomorrow, I think like as info is gonna be out. You know?
Yeah, 9 a.m. the reviews drop, and you always
Yeah.
know there's like Variety who
Mm.
drops spoilers because they had spoiled I think they spoiled Luke Skywalker's death in Last Jedi when they put
Oh
out their
my
reviews,
God.
and they spoiled, which to me is not that big, but they spoiled, I guess, Harry Styles for Eternals when their review. They're like, he's in the
Yeah.
movie, but I don't know if anyone was mad about that. Like,
Yeah,
I guess
Twitter's gonna be dangerous.
100%. So yeah, but
But also, Travis, that the setup you said about that, what was it, the cabin or that you guys have?
Yeah.
What did you call it? It sounds like, first of all, like The Lodge, that movie, The Lodge, and it also sounds like a great like setting to film your movie. Didn't you see you had written like a cabin fever type of movie for you?
Well, that's what the
Taylor?
cabin I'm at now is going to be used for the lighthouse type movie. The American one possibly. The problem is like there's people close here, I guess, but that one has this one's bigger and that one has a lot more people. And plus, this would be a 45-minute drive for us versus a 4.5 hour drive for that.
Yeah.
But no, it is nice. But yeah, I didn't even think about that no one had been across border and everything like that. But I'd done everything. I was getting my passport ready. I was looking into it. I was like, okay, if you're only there for 72 hours and you drive, you don't got to do a COVID test. So we're fine, Kirkland. We got this going on and everything. But you know what? I made 2 people in Seattle really happy. Because I didn't even do the dick move. I didn't even sell them for like double. I just like refunded them. I just went. I even lost money because I had to pay. You guys in the States have what is it, like a concession fee or something like that?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Convenience fee.
Convenience fee. Yeah. So when you refund them, it charges you a $4.20. I'm like, oh fuck you. Like, what is this? Like, why? In Canada, we can just Atom app's great. You just refund everything like that. But yeah, it's gonna be. Dylan, you didn't to go back. You didn't talk about the pizza. You said you had one that was not on anyone's radar, at least.
Yeah, I used to be a Domino's guy. I will say, last times I've had Domino's, like they just destroy my stomach. And just like the quality, not there. But I used to live like right next to Domino's, obviously, so it's just so convenient. But the last 2 places I've lived was right next to Panago, so I've become a Panago guy, and now I love Panago, and that's my go-to, and I'm always going to Panago.
Panago does good chicken on their pizza.
They got everything's good. Like they have fun flavors. They mix it up based on the season. Good service and all that. Like fair price. So I'm a big Panago guy now. That's my go-to.
Is it fair price? I feel like those ones are
A little bit more expensive.
Well, yeah, I mean Domino's is dirt cheap, but so you're paying a little bit more for Panago, but it's not that much more. Like it's pretty reasonable price.
No, it's not too bad. Domino's, you got the pan pizza. That's what I'm about. The regular pizza with Domino, not so much, but the pan pizza, that's what I need.
Shay got me transitioning to the pan pizza, and yeah, it's definitely like up a full point in quality. It's only medium though.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
The foodie in me, I'm always mad that it's not large. It's never enough, so I got to get 2 all the time. You know.
Yeah.
I have to get 2.
Yeah.
I don't know what they do. They like butter the crust or something. It's deadly. It's so good.
Taylor, you said Panago does good chicken. What is your definition of
chicken.
does good chicken?
I can't remember. It's been a while since I had Panago, but I mean, like good chicken is like
Not that good.
Save on Foods rotisserie chicken quality and above, because Save on Foods rotisserie chicken is so good. Ooh.
Wait, say that for me again, please.
Save on Foods rotisserie chicken.
So
Is that
I've
the
never
rates?
purchased a rotisserie chicken.
Not like in the full chicken and then
Full
the
chicken
box?
cooked, right off their like cooker. Because Walmart's is not great. Costco's
He's in
I
the
don't
checkout
like.
just like gnawing on
Costco's
that
is way
thing.
better.
No,
than
Save On
Save-On's.
is way more refined.
No.
Oh yeah.
Save On's is like, hey, you want this dried chicken that's been here for 2 days? Here you go. Costco, it's nice and
No,
juicy.
you gotta go to the deli.
Save-On's
You gotta
good.
ask when are they
No.
dishing out the next batch, and then you walk around the store,
You
do a
come
lap,
back.
and then you get the fresh one. It's all an art.
Sorry, I'm never gonna go to the cook and ask when you dish out the next batch.
That's how you get like the insider deals. You got to talk to like the deli guy, get those like fresh produce and everything.
He's determined.
Yeah, I
You probably,
guess
you've got someone at the deli who like texts you when they're about to.
they're ready. Be here in 10. So you're saying the Panago pizza is like the Save On rotisserie chicken?
Well, it's just really good chicken, and you can get like the good like fresh. They got fresh veggies on their pizza too, like the good peppers and everything like that. Oh, it's really good.
Taylor, what are you going with, a Save On rotisserie chicken or Popeyes? Don't laugh, Summer. It's a serious question.
It's a very serious question. Oh, am I paying for it or is it free?
Wait, why would that matter? Why, if it's free?
If I'm paying for it, I'll go Save On. But if it's free, I'll easily go Popeyes. Popeyes is like
Why?
it's a little more expensive.
Okay, I see your point there, I guess, but I guess because save on what they're like selling those things for like $3.
The only good thing, actually, two good things at Popeyes is again the chicken and the fries,
only
but
good
everything
thing.
else is absolute trash. I'm sorry, but like their beans,
No.
which just is
You
disgusting.
You don't like the biscuits?
The biscuits
are great.
We got a whole bunch of them, and I was like, I can't eat this. I feel like this is like duck
What about
food.
the ciabatta bun on like the chicken sandwich? That thing's.
I haven't
so
tried
good.
that, but I will
Oh,
try it.
Yeah, you should get the chicken sandwich. That's the one in the States all the people are fighting over, remember?
I saw those
we-
memes, and then one was
Fighting.
being put here, and I'm like, "What is this about?" I gotta
April and
find out what
summer,
this
you
is.
guys fighting over this sandwich?
People were bringing their own ciabatta buns.
It's really not
Vegetarian.
that great. Yeah, it's just an okay sandwich. I don't know why people were freaking out about it.
Because there was limited quantity of them. That's why you have
Hell
to
yeah.
try it.
Is rare.
Yeah, no, you should like those, Taylor. If you like rich food, the biscuits, that's the way to go. That's
They
nothing
didn't
but
taste
rich.
rich. I can tell you
There's-
that.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
But other than Taylor's chicken comment, no one had any reaction to Panago. What's the
Dude,
thought
I
on
love
Panago?
Panago. That was like
I've
my
never heard
childhood
of that.
pizza.
Yeah, I don't
Never is
think-
that a Canada thing?
I don't think I have it here either.
Maybe it is.
I don't have
Okay,
anything
well-
here apparently.
My parents would always get that, and then they transitioned away to Canadian 2-for-1, which I bet is a Canadian pizza
I
joint.
think so. I
I
imagine.
thought Panago was like a big chain.
Yeah, I've never heard of
You guys have double pizza? Or
Double pizza.
Pizza?
That sounds good. Wait. Is it
Pizza
called-
squared.
Wait, is the place called Double Pizza or is it called Pizza Pizza?
That's two literally different places. So
Oh,
it's
they
called
must hate
double
each
pizza.
other. They're always
They're
getting
right
confused.
beside each other. They're probably like brothers too.
Yeah,
According to Google,
estranged.
Panago has a strong presence in British Columbia. Total of 96. I didn't know this. Okay, this is cool.
I didn't know that either. Panago's really good though. They're like I think
This
the
might be
barbecue
a Canada
chicken.
only thing. I didn't know that. Okay.
It makes sense. I don't think I've seen it anywhere. It's like when we were talking about like last episode with the chips with Miss Vicky's when I went to go find them at gas stations. Like I couldn't find them anywhere. So Panago, that's probably the same.
Have
Where
you guys
was
ever
that?
had Buster's Pizza?
Busters.
No,
It's like a
Is that
lower-
I
Corona?
think that's a local because it's like a donair pizza shop. It's like a very strange mixture. They have the largest sizes of pizza I've ever seen in my entire life. I got an extra large. It didn't even fit in my car. I had to put it in the trunk. Literally, it didn't fit in through my car door. It was so large, and that's pretty good pizza.
I don't think I've ever ordered an extra large pizza before.
I did at Papa John's. Because I did once because anytime I'm a big pizza fan, so anytime there's a new gimmick, I have to try it. And I also got the Shack-a-Rooney, which was actually really good.
Like
What is
Shaquille
that?
O'Neal.
Yeah, he did a Papa John's pizza. It's pretty much just an extra large pepperoni pizza. So Maddie judged.
More
me big time.
expensive
I'll
because his
laugh,
name
yeah.
was on it, probably.
Oh.
No, I'm
100%.
laughing. I thought I wanted like this unique type of pizza. It was just because they named it out. He had that like cool name, but it's just the
Yeah, I think there's maybe something to it. So, April, what is your go-to then if you're vegetarian? Because when I was doing vegetarian, I would have onions and tomatoes. This is my go-to, and that was pretty much all I do. What are you going on with a pizza?
I like onions and peppers and
Peppers.
jalapenos.
Yeah, there you go. Jalapenos.
Mm.
Okay.
Ooh,
Not
nice.
mushrooms, right? Okay, good.
I've really grown to like banana peppers on pizza. I thought they would be too spicy, but they're such a good balance. They're not even that hot, honestly.
No, they're
it's just
not.
all flavorful.
Yeah, they're not.
And they're pretty small, right, Kirkland? So really easy to digest.
They cut them nice and small for me. I have to pay extra for that.
Yeah. He loves jalapeno peppers. They're just so you can just suck them right up. So what about you?
I want to
Summer?
measure our mouths, Travis. I feel like I got a larger mouth than you.
No,
and then we'll
smile
do it.
right now. Smile.
I think Kirkland might have a slight edge.
Someone
Kirkland has
screamed
the
that.
edge. Yeah.
He's a long. Your tongue's orange. What were you eating?
Just coffee.
Oh,
Just
okay.
black coffee.
Orange coffee.
Black coffee.
Yeah, but I think it's more like. I feel like mine could get wider, you know, like he can't, like my jaw can detach, his can't.
Can it?
It 100%. Yeah, my days of hooking, it worked out. So we'll test. I don't know how you measure. I don't know how you measure mouths, but we're gonna have to somehow. So,
Oh my God.
Summer, your pizza of choice, and I also want to know how you
Yeah.
don't want to die. And Maddie, we hadn't talked about Maddie about death. I'll tell you why. But
We'll get there.
what's your pizza choice for a franchise? Not like a double
Yeah.
pizza or whatever that is.
It's a pizza.
I like Domino's. That's probably my go-to. I don't mind Little Caesars, but Domino's is a little bit better, so that's what I go to. I don't really like Pizza Hut. It's not not that great.
I'm
Or
glad you
Papa
added the word
John's.
hut at the end though, because I thought you were just gonna say pizza in general, and that's an also end.
I love
call.
pizza.
Oh yeah, pizza's the best. You can't go
Truly.
wrong. There's so many flavors and stuff. So,
Yeah.
and then so I can't remember how. Oh, you guys brought up the movie Frozen, right? Have any of you guys seen the Frozen? Not Let It
Disney.
Go. It's apparently there's a movie where these guys get stuck on like a ski lift in the middle of winter. Have any of you
Oh.
seen this?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Did you like it, April?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so I might have to
Nice.
watch it. So we were
It's
talking
good.
about the worst ways to die. I was like being buried alive. Taylor and April drowning. Kirkland was like something to do with his mouth.
A big meatball just getting stuck in there.
I had to eat an apple. Oh boy, it was over for me. What about you, Summer? What would be your like death comes to you and he or she says, "I'm going to give you this punishment." What's the worst way?
Probably like being burned alive.
Fire's a bad
That's
one.
a good
yeah.
one. Yeah. That's a good
Yeah.
one.
That's a good one.
That's a good-
Yeah. Maddie, serial killer in training, just taking it. Yeah.
Write
I
that
haven't-
down.
I haven't set a fucker on fire yet. I'm gonna write that down. Right there.
that poor girl in Scream, man. She got torched twice. Like,
That's what his paintings are. They're just like clues for where he's like buried his victims and stuff like that. The next cast, I hope we see him. It's just like a whole thing of fire and stuff. But yeah, the only good thing is they say again, like drowning when we don't know. They say you would pass out like really quickly from the
Yeah.
fire. But I don't
Fire,
want to.
yeah.
I don't want to take their word for it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to discover that. So
How do they know though? Like, they ask the people. Like,
Just interview
well, they
them
can't
real
because they're
time.
dead, right?
Well, that's
the-
it.
How are you feeling right now? It's like
So great.
yeah, they do that joke in Scary Movie. Remember when like Gail Swallows is interviewing someone being stabbed and like, tell us what you're feeling in this exact moment.
oh
Like,
my God,
pain.
yes.
And like you heard it here, folks.
The
Pain.
post-game
Like,
interview.
yeah, and then I love when Ghostface looks in the camera like, I'm just trying to do my fucking job. You keep getting it all the way. Cut the camera, and they're running and they do the Blair Witch joke. I love those movies
yeah.
so much.
That
So,
first
man.
one's so good.
Oh yeah,
Really?
the first one's classic.
Yeah.
How do you not want to die?
Oh my God. Honestly, anything prolonged that I have to like suffer
Yeah.
through, I'm not down. I just hope it's quick and efficient, and that's it.
So yours is pretty much unless you're dying in your sleep, it's bad.
Pretty much, yeah. Anything that I have to like suffer for more than like 30 seconds or a minute, and I'm like, I'm ready to tap out.
Yeah, that's fair.
What about you guys?
Well, yeah, I was the buried alive. That to me is just it's not a good way.
Yeah, that sounds pretty bad too.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I answered. I think we just started it by saying I was scared of heights.
Right. Yeah.
I don't like
So-
heights either. I'm scared of heights also.
But like, if I was just
Why?
thrown off a building and it was large enough, I feel like you don't really have much time to be like, this
Quick,
is terrifying.
yeah.
This is horrible. And then as
Yeah.
soon as you hit the ground,
Yeah.
Back
things
to
that
Spy
actually
Kids
kills
2.
you.
Remember, they
Just
fall
Spy Kids
down
too.
and they're falling for like ages and whatnot. Yeah, you don't have. So like Kirkland, you're not going skydiving, are you?
No, I've been asked that before, and I feel like it's not as bad as like just being on like the side of a building for me, because like you just jump out of the building or off the plane, and then you're just free falling. You don't have a time to be like, this is terrifying. It's just you're like literally experiencing it in the moment. So I don't know. Maybe yes. Go with me, Travis. Let's do it.
I
Let's go
want to.
for a
I
skydiving
almost
date.
went at one point, then someone chickened out, and I was really.
Was it
upset.
Kyle? Is Kyle wasn't it?
No,
Oh.
I don't know if Kyle would go. Like he's scared of a lot. I don't know.
Scared of a lot of things.
He is scared of a lot of things. Like I know clown's his biggest one. So I would love to pay someone to skydive and like have 3 people, and he doesn't know like there's the driver, and then we go skydiving together, and then the third guy jumps down. And he also has like clown makeup on. Cause fuck, if he was in the air and couldn't really escape this clown,
That's dangerous, man. Like, what if he has a panic attack?
But then what I would do is while he's freaking out and he's talking about the clown, I would just be like, I don't see it. Like who? Like that's just Phil. Like I don't see the clown. But no, it was some guy. Oh, was he? No, that was Best Buy. I thought he worked at Target. There's this guy named James, and yeah, we were gonna go, and then he chickened out, and because his uncle did it, and yeah, I really want to go. I have no fear of that sort of stuff. My dad was always fear of that stuff. We went to it wasn't Grand Canyon, but there was something on some trip. I can't remember where, but it's like it was one of those type of like Grand Canyon places, and they have like the walkout you could do, but it's completely like bubbled off and fenced. Like you're not gonna fall at all. But my dad would be like, "Careful, Travis, careful!" Like there's so much security here, and he would like tiptoe his way to like take a picture and then fucking run away. So. Yeah.
You said your friend chickened out, and then you stopped short talking about his uncle did it. What happened to the uncle? Like, why did the friend
He died
stop?
skydiving. No, I'm joking. That's why he chickened out. No, I don't know. I wasn't friends with his uncle. He just said that his uncle like is going sky. I wasn't gonna, like, I guess I want to skydive, but I wasn't gonna go with, hey, I'm so, and I wasn't even close to the guy, so I wasn't gonna go like, oh, I'm so and so's colleague, you're his uncle, let's go skydiving together. Like that just sounds super weird and stuff like that.
There's no one else that would go with you?
No, because it was just the uncle. It was like his, and it kind of depended on him, like because it felt like it was like a free sort of deal and stuff like that. And
no, but I'm saying now, like there's no one that would
apparently
go with
Kirklin.
I'll fly the plane for you guys. I'm doing a lot of flight simulator.
No, I'm not trusting
No, I'm not.
that.
We'll get Briggs to fly the plane. He can do that.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, there we go. We'll do it in this decade. If we don't get blown up, we'll go do some skydiving and whatnot. I think it'd be great. Then you got someone with you.
Yeah. Is it you? You and me together?
Would you be
Tanner?
separate, or would you harness into one shoot?
No, I feel
Good
like you
hold
have to
hands.
have the professional.
Yeah,
with
you're
you.
Yeah, they make
separate.
you.
Oh, I thought it would be
next to
Kirkland
somebody.
strapped underneath Travis, and you go.
No.
Oh no, we're dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't even want that. My luck, I would forget how to open the chute, and it would be over for us. I'd just be like, well.
It's good you go with someone because like there's a decent chance I think I would just black out and then just like wake up.
I was just
Like,
gonna,
just
Oh my
fade.
God.
Kirk,
Yeah.
I was just gonna say you guys are gonna be Henry Cavill and Tom Cruise. And other shit possible.
Exactly.
Like I love those movies, but I hate in that movie that they go skydiving and Henry Cavill gets fucking like struck by lightning. It's one of the most cheesiest things ever, and he survives, and like they just go
Superman.
on with the mission.
He just
you know?
he just shows up.
Yeah, he's not Superman in that movie, all right? He's just regular Henry Cavill with a mustache, and he gets hit by lightning, and Tom Cruise is like has to save his ass. And
Yeah, no, it was a bit silly. It didn't bother me enough, but it's
Yeah.
a bit silly. Yeah.
no, 100%. Maddie, I know you're a big Mission Impossible fan, so you're probably bummed that when they said, "Hey, you're not getting these movies for like another year and a half."
I
or
saw,
two,
yeah,
so,
but I think the only good thing is that we're gonna get both like very close, like not far apart. I think like they're releasing it like in consecutive years. I think like we're gonna
I
get
think so,
7, and
yeah.
then the year after we'll get the other one like pretty quick. So
they should
yeah,
pull
I was
like,
bummed.
they should pull like a Matrix and release them 5 months apart when we did the retro and read that. And like that's so crazy they did 2
Yeah.
and 3 5 months apart.
Yeah, I didn't remember that. I remember you guys saying that, but that's crazy that they did that. Wow.
That was bold, yeah. Yeah, I think they said because it's supposed to be like the ending to Ethan Hunt's journey or something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, go ahead.
What's he gonna do? He's gonna retire Tom Cruise after. I feel like it's most of what he does now. No,
Like he's gonna retire in real life or in the movie?
no, like in real life. I don't know. Yeah, he hasn't done many movies like besides Mission Impossible. Like the last.
That's all he's doing, man. Well, he's
yeah.
doing that space movie. Remember, they're going to space to make a movie.
Seriously? Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, wow.
I don't even know. I don't think they even had an idea. I think they just got like clearance to go make a movie in space, and like, well, we're gonna go do
Jesus.
it. And
That's all you
Sounds
need.
bad for the environment. I don't even know. I haven't looked
Yeah.
into it.
So what's everyone been watching nowadays? A show or TVs? I want to ask April because so I said this in the review, but you were my cue to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre not being that good, the newest one, because everyone else was dogging on it, and then you only said you liked it. So even horror stuff, you usually really enjoy it, but you were very tempered on it. What do you feel? Because you've said before that Texas Chainsaw Massacre is like a masterpiece, and that's your favorite one, right? So how do you feel about this one?
So yeah, the original is I consider it the greatest horror movie ever, and so I mostly dislike all of the sequels. They're all kind of garbage. So this one was, I think it would have probably been fine as just like a normal like mid-run Netflix horror movie,
Yeah.
except they called it Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
So it did feature a massacre with a chainsaw, which most of them don't. So I guess that has
That's
that going
true.
for them.
There was lots of murder in there, so
Oh, a lot more than the usual Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies.
yeah.
I mean, it was just really obnoxious. You didn't really like any of the characters. But kind of like it was more like it was supposed to be a Halloween movie where you're supposed to like root for the killer more than, or not a Halloween Friday the 13th movie where you're supposed to root for the killer more than the victims. But that's not what Texas Chainsaw Massacre is supposed to be.
Yeah, Maddie, you saw it as well too, right?
Yeah, it was a bit rough, man. Like within 20 minutes, I was like, this isn't gonna go well, you know. Like I just had that feeling. I mean, it was fine for what it was. I guess it definitely felt like a Netflix movie. Like if it didn't feel like a movie I'd be watching in theaters. And again, maybe that's just the circumstance, but obviously the original is what it is. It's a classic, like within the genre. But I actually really liked the two early 2000 movies. I watched them when I was a little younger, like getting into horror movies, and I still kind of like them even today. Like the one with Jessica Biel, and they made like a prequel a couple years later, like with the sheriff. Man, that sheriff is one of the scariest like characters. Like he freaks me out to this day. That whole family is just so like creepy. But yeah, it wasn't very enjoyable, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, that's I think the worst. 20 minutes into a movie when you know it's not gonna go. It's not gonna go well. You know,
You just didn't care for the characters, man. Like when that girl gets in the car to go with them, like what are you doing? They just got there and like does the boyfriend even say anything to stop her? He's just totally fine with like her leaving, and it was just I don't know. They're just. Anyways.
I have to say, like, they normally don't show the main killer running around us like a lot. Usually it's like cut and then he appears somewhere else. The scenes in this showed like Leatherface isn't a spoiler, but him like running and chasing his people, even with his limp, he could fucking move. Holy shit, he's fast.
Yeah, he runs quite a bit in the movies though. Like he's a big runner.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
The whole movie, the last one ends with him like swinging that saw and he's running and everything like that.
He guns it at least once in the movie, like Tom Cruise, you know, and at least one sprint per film. You know,
rumor is Tom Cruise, that's his next role after he's done with Impossible. He's gonna be.
That's amazing.
You'd never see him pick up a saw. It's like with Iron Man. Remember when he wanted to? That was his pitch. He was the first choice, and he wanted to do the helmet, but it was gonna be like a see-through like glass helmet, so you could still see his face. Which like I imagine the movie would have changed like when there's the whole like I'm Iron Man. You couldn't do that, but that's what he wanted. It was very changed, and it was like we're not gonna do that. And,
I hope they do that in Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, they'd have if he was there. Yeah, if he was there, but. I saw it today. Someone like slowed down an image, and there's like a 8K version of it now, and there's supposedly like the superior Iron Man, but it's not a white fellow who's superior Iron Man. So people are trying to think it might be like Rhodey now. That might be the alternate universe of that. So no, it's
the original actor for Rhodey.
Terrence Howard. That'd be huge.
He's packed, baby. Finally.
That'd be the biggest payoff. Don't forget about Endgame. Forget about No Way Home. Finally, just like next time, baby. And he's like, oh, this is the time. No, they got to do a multi-universe where it's him and Edward Norton together. They should, and any other people that and been recasted and everything like that. The guy who played, who was the sword guy in Thor? He got recasted too. Remember?
Sword guy.
Yeah,
one of his allies, or.
Yeah, I can't remember. Okay. He has like what are those skinny swords called?
It's a rapier.
Rapier, yeah. He got recasted as the dude that plays Shazam. He was in that.
But man, Doctor Strange, there's gonna be some wild stuff, man. For them to show like at least hint at Professor X in the trailer, like to reveal that this early, there must be like another like at least 5 other like mind-blowing things that's gonna happen.
Who do you want to see the most, man? I come to you. You know Xavier. You got one pick of anyone from Marvel Legacy that you want to see back on the screen.
Honestly, because they teased Xavier, like I would love to see Magneto, man, and Ian McKellen.
Which one?
Like, I mean either or, but just because it's blanking on his name right now. What's his name?
Michael Fassbender. You just
no. Even worse, the guy who plays
Patrick Stewart.
Xavier. Thank you. Sir Patrick Stewart. Just because it's Patrick Stewart, like I want to see both of them together, you know. And I wouldn't be surprised at this point. Again, I feel like there's something's gonna go down, man. I hope they do something with the X-Men or something like that, you know. So.
Oh yeah, I don't think you got to worry about that. I think they want to make some money there and everything like that. Taylor, if Ghost Rider doesn't appear in this movie, out of 10, what is the level of disappointment you have? Because you for years saying this is it, and especially now that we're getting multiverse and like really crazy stuff, if there's not even a hint of that, out of 10, are you a full on 10 disappointment?
I mean, the movie definitely like everything I've seen in the trailers is great. But when I watch the trailers, I have in the back of my mind like, oh, I can't wait to see Ghost Rider in this movie. And I just think everything is there. The concrete is there, like the groundwork is there. They got all the wiring, and it's got to happen. And if it doesn't, ooh,
Could you still give
How's
this
some
movie
words?
a 10 out of 10 if Ghost Rider is not there?
I
Or
think
is
there's
that-
still a
the movie's
chance
not-
because it'll. Well, I don't know. I've really
That is
convinced
such
myself.
an unfair way to rank a
I know, I know. He's a character that's not advertised, not in it at
Yeah.
all.
I've
Is
convinced
there
myself.
any evidence?
They canceled the
that-
Hulu show. That's all I got.
Yeah, you can see some fire in the background of one shot. So
Yeah.
Ghost Rider confirmed.
No, I think some people had like there was this list of like the rumor cameos they have or were trying to get, and Ghost Rider was on there, but nothing substantial as far as like a big time scooper putting it out there. And Taylor, to be honest, I think had been saying it even before people at Scooby just said, "Oh, that's the place." But I don't know.
Taylor, if he's not in it, who would you want to see? Like the question Travis asked before.
Oh, I'd love to
no.
see. What is that? That
Oh, no.
Midnight Werewolf character? That Marvel Werewolf dude? I'd love to see him in there.
Werewolf by Night, but
Yeah.
he's not an old character.
Oh, a legacy, right? Oh.
This is like the other day. So me, Kirklin, and Taylor were talking, and Kirklin was talking about Attack on Titan, and he's talking about the show, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this is the first anime after Dragon Ball Z that I watched," and then literally Taylor's next response was this the first anime?
No,
you
that's
watched?"
not all I said. I said, so aside from Dragon Ball,
Yes.
Attack on Titan was the first one that you watched.
You asked it differently, but
I was
Kirkland literally said
keeping
that
the
fact.
conversation going.
And when I said that, Kirkland just said that, he's like, "Oh, really?" So he wasn't listening. He was just half listening.
I wanted to know what other like starter animes he got into aside from Attack on Titan. I was instigating the conversation.
How did you ever get across the border? Like when they ask you questions, I feel like they would
My
be
dad spoke for me.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Has anyone seen Arcane?
No, I
Yeah.
hear good
No.
things.
Like the League of Legends show.
Is it good? I've heard
It's
yeah,
really
very
good.
Yeah,
I really,
I've
really
heard
like
good
it.
things too.
Yeah.
I'm not a League guy, but so that's just probably even more evidence that how good it is. Really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Definitely worth it.
Yeah, the art style is gorgeous. Characters really good. Voice acting. Yeah, it was really, really good. I was very impressed. I really wasn't sure just what they were gonna do with it, but they knocked it out of the park.
And
Yeah,
Travis, I heard you boys are reviewing the finale. I don't know if you're reviewing it tonight, but at some point, is that not?
Next 2 days we will have Euphoria. Absolutely, I am so fucking excited for tonight. Even this is like endgame level excited going on
Yeah.
right now.
Whoa.
There's just like all I'll say is the high school's doing a play, and it's the best play you've ever seen in the world. It's really good.
We've
but-
never really talked about the characters, like other than through text. I feel
Yeah.
so. I'm very excited
Yes.
to talk about just
Because we're two
specifically
people
Cal.
cows but yeah, we're two people that watched like the entire seasons in like a week, like because I watched it and then you started watching
I got
it.
COVID, so I just watched it like in 2 days, and that's all my head was wrapped around. So yeah.
Yeah, I was really worried when you said Shay wasn't digging. I'm like, man, it's gonna be forever till you
She
catch
got
up. He's
into
gonna
it.
be spoiled. But yeah, it does. It's a hard show, but and now I know Chris from Marvel Alliance is watching it, so it's definitely. I think they literally said the viewership on HBO Max has gone up like 100%, which is pretty good for a show. And you can tell. I just watch it because it's just you get that thing where I like the people in it, but you just have so many people talk about it, and so many like my sister talks about it. So I'm just like, okay, I gotta check this out. And then I got hooked, and here I am watching this teen drama show about drugs and sex and everything. And I'm like, well, Zendaya's in it, so you know, whatever. But oh no, Arcane. It's funny. I haven't watched it yet, but I threw a guy a bone at work because he kept asking people if they knew what Arcane is, and no one had any idea. And then he asked me, and I said yes. And he just started talking to me about like I had watched it. So I had about a 5-minute conversation of just like using the minimal, like, yeah, Haley Steinfeld's great in it. Oh yeah, the art looks great. Like I said the most generic terms and just let him go. And I that's the most nice
You
guy
made his
thing.
day.
Yeah, I did. I 100% did. Yeah, it's so good. But no, Taylor. So a legacy character, as Maddie had to ask you 5 times.
Oh,
maybe
you know,
ask him
I'd
again.
want to see Wesley Snipes' Blade.
Yeah.
Wow. That's good.
Yeah, Dylan, who would you want to see? Because you're not picking Wesley Snipes' Blade because you weren't a fan of those movies per se, right?
That would still be a fun cameo,
Yeah.
though. I would rather see the new Blade, and like that'd be a cool entrance. I think if I had to pick one, it would just be more X-Men characters as
Mhm.
well. Like it sounds like Deadpool might be in there. That sounds fun, but
Do you see it yet? Do you see? You still said you don't see it on the poster.
it's not fucking in there. That is just that is a forged narrative. That is not real. But I said this when we talked about on the podcast. I just hope that the X-Men stuff is not just like that one quick little scene, and then it was just kind of hyped up for nothing. So I hope we see a bit more, and maybe a couple other characters show up, even if it's just for one sequence. But I don't know. I hope it has a little bit of substance to it. I think that would be it, because at this point we already got Toby back, so I don't know what else I can really ask for. I think that would be top of my list.
Yeah, Toby was the pinnacle. What about you, Summer? What's your excitement for Doctor Strange after? Because I guess we haven't talked since that last trailer. That was, oh god, it was only like a few weeks ago, but it feels like like a decade ago now. And then who do you want to see the most? If you get the Feige comes to you, he gets the call. He's like, hey, I know you stole those lightsabers, but I'll still let you put one Marvel character in.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I think this is going to be amazing. I'm so excited to see Wanda and everything that they do with her. I think, any of like the original X-Men characters would be really cool. I love those like first 3 movies so much. So that would be awesome. Or like it seems likely that Patrick Stewart is in it, so I think it's gonna be really cool to see him. So just any other variants, like even if it's not one that we've ever seen before, like just new variants would be cool to see as well.
So I'll ask you this though, because there's this like rumor. There's been a rumor for a while, but there's this rumor that John Krasinski's playing a variant of Reed Richards. But then the rumor goes on to be like, but he's not going to be the MCU one. Are you fine with that if people are playing variants but you never see them again? Because my worry is like, what happens if he plays Reed Richards? Everyone fucking loves him, and then when they cast the real Reed Richards, everyone not hates it, but it's like, remember with Quicksilvers, we got that where Days of Future Past came out. Everyone loved Evan Peters, and then when Aaron Taylor Johnson came out, everyone's like, yeah. I don't like no like okay, Taylor loves him, but most people preferred that version. Was like, I really want that. Like that's my worry about the variants, is if you cast a first time character ever, it's gonna, like I said, are you fine with that if Krasinski plays like Reed Richards once but never does it again?
I probably wouldn't like the John Krasinski thing. I would want to see a new variant if we like don't have an MCU version already, or one that's coming. Like I wouldn't want any of the Fantastic Four if that's not going to be who we're always going to have. So that would probably bother me, because I think that's exactly what would happen. Everyone would fall in love with them, and then they would hate the one that we actually get later. So I hope that's not the case.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Like for me at least, like I've said before, I'm just wanting Wanda story. I think I'm like Dylan, where once I got Toby, I'm pretty happy, because everyone always assumes that I want Jackman. Like I'm fine if Jackman doesn't come back. He had that great send off. I'm still waiting for them to just have Hugh Jackman in Deadpool. I don't actually think you need him as Wolverine. I think he could fulfill the role of like some fun there. The only one for me is still probably, there's two. Either it is Fassbender or it is actually like Evan Peters as like a real Quicksilver though, not Ralph Boner. Like I would love it if that actually happens. So, but that's the one for me. The camera's just gonna be fun and everything, and I want to know who Bruce Campbell's playing. He says he played someone fun, but he's not gonna tell us who. But what about you, April? Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, go.
April, who would be your Marvel Legacy pick?
I think that Chris Evans as the Human Torch would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, 100%. Because they got to make the joke that someone has to see him and say Steve, and he's like, "What do you like?" Like that. It's like the web shooters and Spider-Man: No Way Home. I was like, okay, they have to do that joke. They'd have to. So
just on that note, then, do you go with a story that Steve Rogers like became him, or is just the same dude that looks like him and ended up and was the Human Torch? Okay,
I think it's just like a coincidence that they happen to look like each other. Like Gemma Chan, like technically, what is it? Cersei is in Captain Marvel. She's just blue, right? So it's just like, and that universe. Actually, it's the exact same universe. So, I don't think people would question it too much because he already did it, and I think that one has a high chance of happening. I do think it's going to happen. Maddie,
for the variant thing though, I think Summer nailed it. Like even for me, it's very selective. Like if it's for a secondary character, I don't really mind. But like for someone like Mr. Fantastic, especially, it's like the first time we're seeing him in a Marvel movie, an MCU movie, and for it to be a variant, then we're gonna get another person. Like I don't know. For me, I'd prefer they just do it like for for some secondary characters if it's just for an appearance. But
I still find it weird that we're meeting mutants for the first time as like variants and stuff. Like I like that we're seeing these characters, but I've always thought, oh, we'll meet them and then we can have some fun with that. The fact that you're gonna have Xavier, if you have any other X-Men, whether it's like if you have a Wolverine, if you had the Deadpool, I guess I didn't have Doctor Strange pegged as like this is where we're gonna meet the X-Men or X-Men characters, right? And that's fine. Like I trust them. They've been with these big crossovers with Endgame and No Way Home. They've been knocking out. Like you got some Eternals in there. Well, April, you love Eternals, so that was a good one for you. But for Kirklin, what Eternals variant you want?
What Eternals variant
No, what
do
legacy
I
character
want?
you want?
Forget his name, but the like original Beast, the Fraser guy, I love that
Kelsey
casting.
Grammer.
Yes, I love that casting so much. So I want him to be in there. Definitely think of him as like one of the OG X-Men characters, which he is, I guess, to the live action movies. And I think that would be a fun one where you have the dude from like the Days of Future Past one as well, because then you can just have multiple, and then it's just
Nicholas
you're seeing
Hoult.
them on screen. So, but definitely Kelsey Grammer.
Grammar. I think
Grammar?
It's Grammar.
Grammar.
It's not
sounds
Kramer. It's not Kelsey Grammer. No.
Kelsey. But no, I loved him from those old X-Men movies. I rewatch those X-Men movies, and even if they don't age as well, I think he's still phenomenal in it. So I think that'd be a fun one.
Yeah, and he only got the one movie, such a great casting, and he's only around and it's only an X3, like a not so great X-Men movie and stuff. And
yeah,
man, you bring up Nicholas Hoult. It's like we're less than a week away. Remember when it was down to him and Pattinson for Batman? Like I was so happy back then it happened. I still cannot see Nicholas Hoult, especially all the trailers we've gotten. I know someone must have done a deep fake, I imagine, on YouTube already of Nicholas Hoult doing it, but I just could not have seen Nicholas Hoult like as this Batman, and maybe it's just because I've seen everything that Patterson done. Like even Taylor, I remember when he said that he saw Robert Pattinson choke a seagull in Lighthouse. He's like, "Oh yeah, I could see that as Batman." But like, I never, it's such a weird moment. But Holt is it's so interesting that it was almost like it was down to him. When you talk to Matt Reeves, it's like, "Oh, it was only Pattinson."
Right.
But like, no, there's multiple people that were talked about, and it's just such weird.
Especially like the chemistry that like Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz have on screen. Just picturing, Nicholas Hoult in that role.
I won't say. I'm not going to say anything because I'm so excited because Dylan's going to join us in review. Dylan hasn't seen a single trailer for the Batman.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Nice.
I can't wait. Like he didn't
It's
even
the
know.
best way to live.
That's gonna be
Philosopher
cool.
down there. Yeah, that is cool. There's
just
so
like
much
that sizzle reel thing at the Super Bowl trailer. But
Yeah, I missed it. No.
Dylan, I want to dive in your mind right now, man, and just like see like I don't know what you're picturing,
Yeah,
like,
what are you expecting?
Yeah, like
yeah, I don't know. Because everything I have seen is just like black and red. Like that's the only
It's
thing.
a
Like the
big
trailers, or
It's
not the
Sin
trailers,
City
but like the
with
posters and
Batman.
whatnot. Yeah, like I don't know. I don't really know what to expect because I don't even know what's going on with the villain. Like I think I know the actor. I can't remember his name, but he's
Paul
playing-
Dano.
I hope it
Penguin or
doesn't
something,
backfire. Like when you see the movie, you're like, what the fuck is
Yeah.
this? Like,
Yeah, I haven't seen like what he looks like. I don't know if they've
Oh
shown
my
that.
god! Don't even say anything. I don't even want
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's awesome. I was gonna ask you if you know what they look like.
do you know what the
Yeah.
cast is? Like a big chunk of the cast.
I
or
know
just the main-
those main three that
Okay.
we just talked about.
Okay.
That's it. And then, but yeah, it's supposed to be like 3 hours long, right? Like I'm sure there's so much in there
Yeah.
that I'm just going in completely blind. So it's pretty fun. I'm excited.
Summer, aren't you seeing it tomorrow?
I'm
Or
seeing it on Tuesday.
Tuesday, okay, yeah, the first, March
Yeah.
1st. Okay, oh, you're so lucky.
Don't
I'm so excited.
I can't wait.
Hi, why? What? Hi.
America got early screenings, fan first
Yeah.
screenings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in like select cities. So there's just like there's like just 3 or 4 theaters around me that are doing it. So I was able to get tickets and so excited.
Still, they did 250 showings, so it's still quite a bit, and they all sold out. So I'm excited to see what
Yeah,
it does.
of course.
But no, fucking fan first.
I don't know about like what it's like in the US and Canada, but over here, there's a big petition on at the moment to change the rating because a lot of local cinemas
Yeah.
have complained that
It's true.
it's 15. They want to change it to 12A
Yeah.
over here.
Oh.
Yeah,
so
because
it's like
the articles here, because like you wouldn't be seeing the articles here, they're trying to knock it down from like an R rating for us. They're saying it is over there, it's an R rating. And What are they just saying it's the violence? Because there's going to be no nudity, and I think they might drop a few swear words. But is that it? Just it's dark and violent. And that's why it's going
There's
to
a
be
sex scene on the Batmobile.
The Batmobile sex scene for sure.
yeah.
In the UK, well, I think even honestly in Europe in general, it's like the opposite of us, like in North America.
We have
like,
PG, 12A, 15, and then 18. So 12A, you can take your kids. Kids 12, or you have to have an adult. 15, you just have to be 15. You have to have ID to show you're 15.
Real? So even
in.
if you're a parent, you can't bring your 14.
No.
Wow.
So they want to change from 15 to 12A, which is what it's currently at.
And I can take my 10-year-old to see an R-rated movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Classic
Which I
North
have,
America,
to be
yeah.
clear.
Yeah,
Because you're doing parenting the right way.
Yeah.
I agree with your way.
As long as you approve of this, you can go in and everything like that.
Hopefully, it wasn't The Lighthouse. I think that'd be pretty traumatic.
It was Terminator and Bridge.
You could be Taylor watching The Boys with your mom, but sure, whatever.
But even how it gets rated in Europe, I think it's the flip side of us in North America. Like with us, violence is like nothing. But if there's a bit of nudity, forget it. Whereas
one nipple.
Europe,
for you.
Europe, it's the opposite. I feel like it's the opposite.
Oh yeah, you can have a full sex scene in the PG, but kill somebody and it's a 15.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Weird.
No happy.
Yeah, it's Europe. We're mucked up.
Yeah. No, Dylan, this is not for the movie. I just explained to you the joke so there was this report. It was about like a year and a couple weeks ago. There was like it was a Snyder fanboy probably, but they put out this like fake report that Matt Reeves had caught Robert Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz like getting it on top of the Batmobile.
Ooh,
and Matt Reeves was furious with them and said he would never work with them ever again. Apparently Zoe Kravitz was pregnant, but the pregnancy didn't happen or something like that. But there was this long, I'll have to find a link. There was this long.
Sorry, all of this is real stuff?
No.
This was someone put it out as a scoop, like
Right.
info they had gotten. But when you read it, it's clearly just someone trying to sabotage the movie. Like there's problems with the Batman, and ever since then, it's been a meme that Pattinson and Kravitz have done stuff on the Batmobile. But yeah, Matt Reeves is never going to work with him again. He's furious.
That was a classic After 9 discussion. Too,
He's furious with him, So that won't be
all of that. None of that is true. Not a single word.
Well, you never know, but
only to Taylor. Only to Taylor.
Right.
Oh yeah, of course.
I just want to put it out there, but I can't wait to talk to you about that, Dylan. It's gonna be interesting. You haven't seen.
Yeah, I don't even want to ask questions because
No,
I'm happy with not knowing pretty much anything.
Yeah, at this point,
you're a few days away and stuff like that. So I can't wait. Carl, you didn't answer. Marl, we were talking about when you came. How'd the game go? Did it go your way?
It's in the extra time now, so.
Oh my God.
Pretty fun time.
We were robbed.
We were robbed. Like they give offside for a player who didn't interfere with play. I know don't.
No.
Was that a dog or a person?
Oh, no, that was a person.
That was
Gary.
That's not good.
Anyway,
what happened? What happened?
Listeners, nobody know what happened.
Did they score?
No, it was ruled offside. Oh shit!
Oh my God.
I'm actually sweating. This is scary stuff.
Well, can you focus an answer?
The legacy cast. I would go for Anna Paquin as Rogue.
Oh, okay.
I like Anna Paquin ever since Fly Away Home. I've loved her and so,
going to the dark room.
Yeah, going to the dark room.
Just to punch a wall. For
that's the punishment room where you punish yourself.
Yeah.
Well, you're not stressed. How are you? Like, I'm surprised you're here because you couldn't sit through the second half. But you're sitting through extra time.
Because I don't want to watch it because I'm nervous.
Okay,
that's fair. Yeah,
that's a good answer.
I can hear it in the background. So
I never do it, but yeah, I always want to get those watches where you can track your heartbeat with sports games and stuff like that. Yeah. It's just like that, or like certain video games, things like that. I should put on during the Batman, and it just flatline at one point.
Dylan, if you done a review yet for Elden Ring?
Oh, I'm playing Elden. I'm like 10 hours in at this point. It's great.
It's not what I never played any other game, and I thought it was going to be like Elder Scrolls type game, but it's not. I jumped in and then ran up this guy and thought I'm going to attack this person, and he just kicked the shit out of me. I'm like, I have no idea where to go. I'm lost. I don't know what to do with this game.
struggling?
It's hard. Yeah. I mean, I guess since it's open world, if you're getting fucked up in a certain area, just go somewhere else.
Yeah, but there's no quests. There's like what?
There isn't. No. No.
Where'd I go? Where's the mission?
I write my quest log in by hand. Like it's one of those kind of games, which I am super into that, but it does not hold your hand. It's and just know that this is better than all their previous games in terms of teaching you stuff. Like that's how nebulous.
They taught me nothing. They said, here's the story. Go.
Yeah. Yeah. I was talking about this with Taylor Dillon because I haven't so I got Elden Ring and I'm playing it too, but the other ones I've not. So he had said that the other ones are usually like a bit more like linear. Like there's never been like a big open world one like this before, right?
There's never been fully open world. In all of them, there's points where you can go a separate way, or you can fight a couple bosses in different orders, or skip a boss or something like that. So but it is mostly linear. Like in Dark Souls 1, there's like 2 directions you can go at the start, pretty much. And one of them you'll get fucked up. The other one is like the tutorial area. So this game is much different in that like once you get out of that main room, you can just go in like 360 degrees pretty much. So
yeah, I think like a mini spoiler for my review. I don't know if I would like those ones. I like the open world stuff that's the bread and butter. I love that you got the options. If it was linear, I don't know, because the play style, like I had a boss, so legitimately my hand was hurting after that, and I don't know, like if you do that continually, I could see why people break and take little like spots and like okay, I got some. But even after my boss, okay, I need to take a breather. I took 2 hours off. I'm like I gotta get away from it. But yeah, Carl, stick with it. It's like once you start, definitely use those markers, use those place markers. I'm the same thing as Dylan. I'm like, okay, the tree means in my notepads. I'm like, the tree means this. Like, use the markers and come back.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You can try co-op if you're struggling.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely different.
I tried Red Dead for the first time as well, and I gave up on it because it was so slow.
You tried what?
Red Dead, the second one, Red Dead 2.
Yeah, Kirklin bowed out too, because that 15-hour opening of just you in the snow.
Yeah, it's just running beside somebody on a horse in slow motion as they talk.
You need time. Yeah. You need to set aside time for that one.
Yeah, no, that opening was not. I liked the game, but yeah, that opening took just way too long. Just way too. You're on a horse and it's. What were you gonna ask, Maddie?
I was gonna ask, not to put you on the spot, but when can we expect the Batman review?
We'll go live on Thursday and then it'll drop Friday morning. Okay. So yeah, nice. I won't be in the Discord or anything like that or like on Twitter, but yeah, that's what we'll be doing it the night of, because Dylan will be seeing it the Wednesday. I'm gonna be seeing it early Friday, then Kirkland sees it Friday night as well. So
Friday. I thought it was Thursday. I'm seeing it.
Sir. I always because I stopped doing that too with my days away. I was doing it as a Friday, but I'm like, it's the Thursday. We can just say the movie's coming to Thursday now. You know, it's not like America though, where like when No Way Home came out, I was pissed. Like you guys get like 1 p.m. showings, like 12. Like you get like the fact that we have a 4 p.m. showing here is crazy, because like usually it's like 6:30 is the earliest in Canada. Like that's the most you're gonna get. So if it was that, I would take days off and stuff. But yeah, it's 4 p.m. is in Vernon, Kirkland. That's where I'm seeing. So it's like the earliest, but everywhere else is 6. You guys get like so many.
And then you have to drive home. Or are you doing the review in Vernon?
But it's
where you are right now on the hill.
I'll probably drive. Well, we'll drive home, but it's at 4 p.m. So it's not Vernon's not that.
I would say. It's kind of weird that you're getting like better Wi-Fi at this mountain Silver Star cabin than you are your house.
When you walk, I've done speed tests before. The Wi-Fi is phenomenal. It's whatever the dude or whoever built that house that I'm in, whatever fucking wall is in the place I'm at, it is made out of titanium. It's made out of like
vibranium.
It's like one of these like, hey, you don't want to be tracked by the government. Get in this room here, and it's just. And I feel like before the other room I was in was better, but I gave that up because it's bigger. So for the girls, because it was that wall, but then there was the outside world. In that room, I have both those walls. So those walls, I swear, are made of some metal that does not get signals in. Because I go in the room, like living room, no problem, test speed, everything, but yeah, I know I gotta try. I'm not gonna run a 35-foot cable.
I don't know why you don't want to do
the cable. Why you don't?
That is kind of. You don't know the schematics of my house. It would be so far away, and I'm not going to have this cable like all the way on the ground.
You can like tuck it in the siding by the carpet. You can get creative.
I know Canada's a bit behind in technology, but you know have what's called a home plug.
What's a home plug?
What's a home plug?
Okay, a home plug is where you plug it into your electricity socket, and you plug the LAN cable into it. You plug
Those
it
things
into your
are
router.
awful. They do not work.
No,
I've
they
used
work
those
so well.
before.
Oh
Those
no,
are
there's
awful.
No, I'm
Again,
with Dylan. We call it. Oh, what is Shaw called? The pods.
The pods.
Yeah.
pods. Yeah, pods. Yeah, they'd be like pods. Yeah, over here they're amazing. Like
Oh,
I
yeah,
have
no.
one downstairs and one in my kid's attic room, which is 3 floors up, and he gets like 100 meg through that.
Maybe I'll try it one more time, but I'm the same as Dylan. I'm like, oh, this will solve my problem. I got the pod, and I think it makes it a bit stronger, but I'm like, I'm going to hardwire it from the pod to my Mac because I got the adapter. And the problem is, like, it'll constantly, like, go out. Like,
What pod do you have? Is
See-
it like the white, like
Yeah, the
hexagon
white
one?
big one. Yeah.
Because I have it and it's amazing. It's
But
incredible.
do you hardwire it, though?
Mhm.
See?
And wireless.
See, the difference is I don't know what the difference is between the pods and these home plugs because the pods connect to your Wi-Fi, whereas
Yeah.
the home plugs you plug it directly from the router into the home plug for Ethernet. It sends the internet through the cables in your house.
Oh,
So when you plug
right.
in the home plug somewhere else and then the LAN cable out and in, it's never through Wi-Fi. It's all through the electricity.
I think that's what I have now, and it works pretty well, or a similar thing to that.
Yeah, but again, it's so far away. It's in the living room, and my room is like I'd have to because Taylor's always like, oh yeah, do the cord and do it on like the trim, but I'd not like to get to the room. I'd have to do the trim all the way from like the living room into the kitchen, around to the bathroom, into the hall. Like
Why
to make
around?
this-
Because
Just
like,
move your router. to your bedroom.
you could move
you
the
know the
router.
hole?
I'm not gonna take it off the Xbox and PlayStation and everything like that.
We've
That's all
we've
hardwired
been
into
in
that.
we've been in your living room. You've had us over. Like looking at the
No, I haven't.
schematic.
That's a lie. I don't.
There
talk
is
to
a you don't have to go through the kitchen because the room
Once I
you're
log
at,
off
you
of
have
here-
a hallway that you can access from the living room. You can go from the TV, under your carpet, behind the couch.
I have no carpet. Why do you keep saying I have
You have a carpet in your
I
house.
live-
Last
Get
I was
carpet,
there, you
put
had a carpet.
down and we'll fix
Hardwood.
it.
He's got carpet.
You have a carpet in your living room.
But to get over to that room, it has to go across. Okay, it's like how do I do this? There is like I can't do it. There is like
What is happening right now?
because I'm using a bed. There's the wall where the router's on, and then where my room is on the other side. So
Drill a hole.
The cord. I'm not drilling a hole. The cord has to go across the hall. You know,
Drill a
you
hole,
can
man.
come over.
Run it
I'll
up.
drill a
I
hole.
will come over. I'll install
the
it.
first
Run
time
it
ever,
up
'cause this
along
man's
the
never been in my
seam of a
house.
corner somewhere. Oh,
Oh my god!
And his
Did
house
they
is
score?
They must have scored.
or got scored against.
Let
oh
me
my
check.
god.
But anyway, so yeah, we'll discuss one time you can come on and you can come over. I don't know what's better, this or Clay running around
disappearing.
aimlessly in his house.
Yeah.
God.
Well, back in the day when we used to record at my parents' house, my dad would do the same thing, watching sports upstairs, and I think some of those got picked up on the mic. 'Cause
Oh,
he would-
yeah.
he would pop off.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
Oh, it didn't go well.
I don't think it went their way. Good game, Carl.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
did. Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry.
100%.
What was bullshit?
Yeah.
Okay, what mic's this come from?
He's
Just-
gone now. Oh man.
Oh wow, I can't believe this. Because I'm on this mic. I don't know how I picked it up in the living room, but okay. Sorry, guys.
I think you're that loud. No, it's fine. We're having a
Okay.
good chuckle about it. you
Yeah.
know, so.
Ah, jeez.
Did it
I
go
was
your
gonna go to
way?
penalties. No, I was gonna go to penalties where there's a fight.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
There's still another
Sports.
15, don't know?
No, that's it. Near over.
Oh, they stop at 105.
Yeah, 30 minutes of extra time.
Yeah, those rules are strange. The
No,
extra
but
time.
it has to go to 120, no? They play a 90-minute game.
Yeah, I thought it was one.
Yeah, 90 minutes. Well, let me check.
Yeah. He's so into it that
What
he
sport
lost
are
track
we
of.
talking about right now?
Soccer.
There's,
Ball.
there's another half. He's so stressed.
Yeah,
the
there's
guy.
15 more minutes left.
There you go.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, he'll survive, Carl. He'll make it.
I know, but I'm passionate about sports sometimes.
Sometimes.
How'd your run go, Carl?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask him. Yeah.
Yeah, it did well. If you actually tune into Cryptic Clues about Banshee Cries, you'll know all about it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm,
tune in, right? Listen.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Nice plug.
Yeah, no, I did better than I thought. I had done no training leading up to it because stuff had happened. But I finished in the top 100 out of 800.
Damn.
So I was happy. I was impressed.
Damn
good.
good.
If you ate a
Yeah.
Papa John's before, you would have been in the top 3 easily.
I
Carbo
feel
load.
I feel like I've had a couple of Papa John's since I've like put on a stone. I'm feeling it. So get back at the running actually next week. Now the weather's a bit better here.
Do you have like a date of when the next one is? just
I've no
preparing?
plans for the next one. Yeah, I've no plans.
Mhm.
I retired from football last season. So I've just been trying to find something to do.
Yeah.
So running was it. So 10K, I've done 10K. The next one's a half marathon I want to do, and then a full marathon after that. And then never run again because I hate running because it sucks.
Running
it's
does
so boring.
suck. Yeah. It's just,
Yeah, it's so boring.
I don't know what people did without music before, like when like headphones and stuff didn't exist. I don't know what they did, but yeah. We got about 10 more minutes. Does anyone have anything they need to say, get off their chest? Anything specifically?
Any confessions?
Yeah, it's Summer. Looking at you.
Well-
Anything specific?
You still
I'm really
anything
excited
recently?
for Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Does that show even exist? I don't even know. I've not seen a single teaser, single
Right.
trailer, anything.
We
like
got a
that.
poster. We got a
trailer
poster
soon.
for it.
That was the picture of Jesus, Taylor. That was an Obi-Wan.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did we all enjoy Peacemaker?
I don't know if everyone's watched.
I haven't seen it.
Mhm.
I'll not give anything away, but watch it. It's number 2 to Cobra Kai.
Oh yeah, Cobra Kai. One day, Carl. It's gonna.
One day, yeah. It's only
Yeah.
been 4 years, but whatever. Nobody's
It's
counting.
not been 4 years.
It's-
Oh, the show's been on for 4 years. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Well, sorry, it's been 2 years, 56 days, 9 hours, and 14 minutes and 10 seconds since I told you about it.
Yeah, that's true. That lines up. It's on my phone as well. So, no, yeah, I like Peacemaker. It was a good time and everything like that. And yeah,
Unexpected though, compared to, the film was okay, but I thought what they did with the show was brilliant.
yeah. April, you liked Peacemaker?
Yeah, I did.
Maddie, you didn't watch it.
I did watch it. I did. It was good. I liked it. It's a fun show. Fun show is what it's kind of what like if it's the character, it's what you kind of expected to go with the character.
Yeah. Are you excited for Obi-Wan?
I am. I'm curious to see what they're gonna do, but I have some pretty high hopes for it. So I hope it's gonna be fun to see you and McGregor back.
Mm.
Yeah, lovely.
Dylan, you excited for Obi-Wan?
No.
I would love to get
What's
your
the
opinion.
story? What is what time frame are they doing here?
Taylor, what time are they in?
It's 10 years after Revenge of the Sith
No,
and 10 years
what-
before A New Hope.
What's that,
That
era
means
called?
nothing to me. I don't
It's
know.
the dark
What-
times.
It's the dark times. It's always the fucking dark times at Star Wars.
Well, I saw like a plot synopsis online that got released. Did you guys see that?
I think.
No.
But I
Mm-mm.
can't remember if I did. What was it?
Like how it sounds like maybe Bail Organa is going to reach out to Obi-Wan and request help from him, and that causes him to leave Tatooine, which would be nice because I'm a little burned out on Tatooine after
Too much
Boba,
yeah.
so
Oh yeah.
I hope that happens.
Nice.
Isn't that kind of what was supposed to happen in like the beginning of A New Hope, though?
I guess.
Yeah, but that's so in A New Hope they just need him again.
They just need him again, yeah.
Every 10 years they call Obi-Wan.
I need
I
it.
haven't heard
Yeah.
that name in a
We need
long
it.
time.
Yeah.
Like a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, there's not much story officially yet. We haven't even got a teaser yet, Dylan. There's been like it's been very quiet and stuff.
I just feel like it's been a few years, quite a few years since there's been like a good Star Wars movie. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's gonna
Maybe
be
what
quite a
I
few
read
years.
was rumors because like it involved Leia, and I
Yeah.
don't know if we're gonna see
That'd be
that.
difficult. Yeah.
Although
well,
that
I
would be
think
cool
they'll
to see a
cast-
10-year-old.
Yeah.
I think they'll cast a kid, so that's where I think
Yeah.
they're safe. It's not you're not gonna be
Right.
like it's not Carrie Fisher.
Yeah.
It's not like it's I think that's safe, and then I'm excited for it. I've just always said I'm just worried to see what they're gonna do. But yeah, we don't have a Star Wars movie until 2025, so we're not getting.
Well, I read that Rogue Squadron was still on the slated release for 2023.
You want to take a pizza bet on that one? You want to see? You think Rogue Squadron's coming
It's
out
still
next year?
on the still
I
slated.
thought they
so-
canceled that.
They did, but they released a new slate this week of like the upcoming Disney movies, and it was slated for next December. It is still, but it was on hiatus. And
What
yeah,
kind
I
of
don't-
pizza? What's the pizza about? Which place?
A large pizza from the place you're choosing.
place you're choosing.
Yeah, if it comes out next December,
Go
I'll
Mr.
get your
Mozzarella
pizza.
on that one.
Oh, he's going Swan.
Who Red Swan is good.
One of these guys
should I
were
do
talking
it?
about Papa John's. After I left the cast, I went in, and on the sideboards in the football match was all Papa John's advertising the whole way around the side of the pitch.
Nice.
Dylan,
Little Caesars in Gotham.
do you know Inquisitors from Star Wars?
No. What's that mean?
You're gonna find out in May.
No, he's not. He's not watching Obi-Wan.
He'll watch
Oh, is
Obi-Wan.
it a TV? I thought it was a movie.
That's a
What is
TV
it?
show.
It's a TV show. Yeah. It's on Disney Plus. Yeah.
Is that worse
know
or
if I-
better for you?
I don't know if I'm gonna be watching that.
Dylan, what's the
I
last
would only
like,
watch
Star
it to
Wars
do the
content?
review, and I'm not waking up at midnight to watch Obi-Wan every week. Sorry, what was that, Maddie?
Well, what's the last Star Wars content that you enjoyed?
Well, I did
Oh,
like the
enjoyed.
first season of Mandalorian
Okay.
enough. It was pretty good for the most part, and then I haven't watched anything since then, so it's been a while. I'm excited for.
Season 2 is good.
Yeah, I've heard that. I just it's been low on my priority in my the last few months catching up on things, but I'm excited for Lego Star Wars. So there you go. That's where my Star Wars hype is at right now.
I'd be really interested. The show's not great, but for you to watch Boba Fett because they introduced a new Wookiee. Dylan.
I'm just gotta be. No one's sold me on this. Everyone's like,
No.
this show
Oh yeah,
sucks.
no, I'm not telling you to watch it, but I want you at some point. Well, maybe I'll put a photo of it. This Wookiee called Black Chrysanthemum because you're not a big Chewbacca fan. I'd
What's
love
his
you
name?
get to stay Black Chrysanthemum.
I thought you said
He's-
Black Santa.
Well,
That's a very
he's been called Black
new Wookiee.
Santy as a nickname, and I was like, I don't know if
my
we
God.
should be using
Very
that, but
strange.
he's like a hitman like Wookiee, and like look him up, and he looks really cool, and he's fun and everything like that. Yeah, we haven't talked about that. Yeah, what do you guys feel about the Boba Fett finale? Because we last after 9, I think we had just like it was just Boba Fett was
Some
just starting,
laughs
everyone was like
happened.
mixed. Yeah. Yeah.
It was rough.
It was rough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not a big Star Wars fan, so for me it's different. I enjoy Boba Fett. Could have done with maybe one more episode, maybe 2.
Mm-hmm.
But I still enjoyed it more than I
Yeah.
thought I would. But I have no skin in the game, so I'm not a Star Wars fan. So to me,
Yeah.
it doesn't really count.
What about you, April? Did you enjoy the finale?
It was just a lot, I think. I really liked the earlier episodes. They were like started off doing like really interesting things with like the natives and Boba Fett, and then it like halfway through they just changed the show.
Oh
I
yeah.
feel like.
It's super weird. I don't know why. I don't know why they did that. Maddie, you saw it? Yeah, I'm guessing.
It was okay. I mean,
Yeah.
but again, that's not really how you want to feel watching Star Wars. I'm just like meh. Like
Yeah. It's like we were talking about with Texas Chainsaw. When we did a review and Taylor wasn't like overhyped, that's when I knew something was wrong. Like that's when I knew it was going to be mixed because Taylor's usually hyped on most Star Wars, and yeah, I don't know. How's it been like feeling with you? You're like a month removed from finale. Feel about the same?
Are you asking me now?
Yeah, I said Taylor.
I have to.
There's no other Taylor.
Madison hasn't watched the finale yet, and it's on my itinerary to
Oh.
watch, but I just haven't been like super like energized to
Yeah.
go and redo it. And I don't mean any flack against it. Like I really do love the show Book of Boba Fett, but I'd be lying if like what you said, Travis, like it undoes certain things with the Mandalorian in that finale, which is kind of like a crush mode for me. But it did a lot of things that I enjoyed, so I'm still on the positive end of it.
Yeah, I
he's
still have
just
to
so
watch.
dumb, man. He's just like he makes so many dumb decisions, and it's like, why how can I care for this guy? Like it's just like you're just like, oh my god, man. So many things. Like, come on, fuck.
Yeah.
But when has he ever not been dumb?
I guess.
I was
Like,
gonna
it's not-
say,
Yeah.
I guess this was the
There
time.
was whole 2 seasons
This
of
was
him
the
being dumb.
time.
I thought
just
this was
a
the
lot,
time
so
Boba
it's
Fett
like-
was gonna step. And I guess
It's
that's
not
the
so
thing. Like,
simple anymore.
I'd be fine if Boba Fett was still dumb, but it's just the fact that he is supposed to be like trying to be the leader of this like town now. It's just like that's the guy that shouldn't be the leader. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I
He's
guess
like
you
a
have a
mayor?
point,
Is that what the
April.
plot is?
He's trying to be like a new crime lord. That's what he's trying to be. So
yeah.
he's
The
trying to take-
daimyo.
Yeah, the daimyo. He's trying to take over, and he like Dylan. I would just love that. I should put his choices on paper and just say, okay, this is what like an army leader's trying to do. And these are the
Someone made
things-
like a super cut of like the good stuff, like just edited down to like a half an hour, just like the whole show down.
I don't know.
to-
if
It'd probably
you
just be
have an
2
hour, though.
episodes, to be honest.
Mhm.
But
watch
yeah, the two, what is it, 5 and 6? Yeah, that people are like, look at this, best stars. But I'm excited for Obi-Wan. But Obi-Wan really needs to it needs to do what Mando season 2 did for me. It needs to make me not love Star Wars again, but it has to be like a home run, because if that one hurts, I can't have another Rise of Skywalker. I can't have that again, because I'm gonna be stumbling. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be like that. That's what I'm gonna be like. I'm gonna watch an Obi-Wan and just yell out. But yeah, it feels weird that like DC has like 4 movies this year, Marvel has 3, and they have all their shows, and like we're not getting like a Star Wars movie until 4 or 3 years from now. It's so
When did the last one come out? It was like
2019.
3. Yeah, it's so long.
And it made $1 billion. So it's not like, well, I don't know if
I
these
feel
Star
like that's
Wars
very
movies...
poor planning on their part. How does that happen?
100%. Well, because I'm not sure if you had heard. So they were Taylor's like wet dream. They were announced a movie with the director from Wonder Woman called Rogue Squadron, and it was going to be about the pilots of Star Wars and like the dog fights and stuff like that. But then creative differences and the movie was put on hold. So that was supposed to be the movie that was supposed to come out next year, but now it's not. So now, and even the one in 2025, there's not even it's just Untitled Star Wars movie. Like Taika Waititi's making a movie, Ryan Johnson's out there. Like,
because Feige was making a movie, wasn't he?
Feige's making a movie, yeah.
Tom Cruise is gonna be making a movie next, so
that's why he's going. That's why he's going to space.
But Travis, honestly, I don't like. I would gladly go watch movies if they made them now, but I don't necessarily mind the wait either, because like we're still getting a lot of content on Disney Plus for Star Wars, and I feel like for a lot of fans, we didn't really leave with a great taste in our mouth, like with that whole trilogy went overall.
But I want to taste it. I want like the Peacemaker song. I want to taste. I want a good taste again.
But that's it. But I feel like we need a little break, and then hopefully once it comes back, we're gonna be hungry for it. And if they hit us with something good, then we're really it's gonna be.
Do you think Star Wars will go the way that they've been doing with Marvel, and they'll have the TV shows link into the movies more and stuff, which might help?
I think they want to try.
I think the movies haven't been doing that well for them, so why not?
Yeah, I think they definitely want to try. I know people have pitched of doing like a Mandalorian movie because they're gonna like, oh, they can put them all together and do a big crossover. But I guess that's weird. It'd be the reverse Marvel, where Marvel like, hey, watch these movies and watch these spin-off shows. And after this would be like, you got to watch all these shows and then we're doing a big movie. So I don't know if it's like theatrical if they do that, but yeah, I guess it's just like I've said before in the reviews, where I just miss some of the epicness of Star Wars, where I know with Disney Plus they have like a skit, they can only get so big. You know, there's epic moments, but the actual like, hey, I said that Boba Fett finale battle to me that just shows the budget all the time. When it's just like they hope like you're running down the same street all the time and it's fun, but like I didn't even want the movie as bad as Taylor, but I was like, oh yeah, I'm down for like a big budget dog fighting, like space battles. Like this is going to be great. Some like Top Gun in space. Like this will be something really cool and different. And then it just doesn't. It just that's all stuff. It just doesn't happen. Same thing Taika. It's like he's doing Thor right now, but then even then it's like they announced him for like I think he's is it Akira? I thought he was doing some anime movie or something live action, but he has like all these movies always being announced. It's like, is he ever gonna get to start? It's like Ryan Johnson, right? Like, look how that worked out. What was it? 2017. He's doing a trilogy, and what are we from? Like, what's that? 5 years now, and that's not there. Like, all these movies are just.
No, but again, I feel like it was just because we were getting so much stuff at a point with all those movies, and nothing was ever being like generally like super well received. There were moments and certain things, but like I feel like we were getting so much content and it wasn't being generally loved by a lot of people. It was getting criticized, so it's like, yeah, I don't know, I feel like the break might do it.
I agree with you, but at the same time, when you look at them from a business, like I always say, like 3 out of 4 movies made $1 billion. So I'm surprised that Disney, that company that's just like put it out, like I don't care.
Yeah,
like,
that's where it comes from for me. It's not even the creative part.
Yeah.
I just don't know how they could possibly be leaving all that money on the table for 7 years without a movie.
No, that's true. Yeah, for sure.
How much money do you think The Mandalorian's made them?
I think
for 2 seasons.
Like for subs and whatnot, I think a good portion. I think so here's my counter. I think Baby Yoda Grogu's made them a lot of money. Yeah,
right.
So I think in merch and stuff, I guarantee you it's probably made them quite a bit. So I think it probably has worked.
Because we never really hear that about TV shows, like how much money they actually made compared to movies.
Yeah, and I think the biggest like look at that, we'll have to wait and see in the winter, because they always get the quarterly earnings later. That you can always see when there's a Marvel show or like Mando when like the subs jump up. But like there was that period of, it was after what was the last it was that period of Loki to Hawkeye when it was just like Bad Batch and What If. They only had like 2 million subs coming and stuff like that, because people aren't really watching the anime and stuff. So I think it's gonna be interesting when you get the Boba Fett like months around, like, oh, in December, January, or February, this is what they made. I think Mando each time like had like a growth and everything. So I think it's worth it. It's just, again, that's just a lot of other money they're leaving off the table. But if it's making money, then I guess they can keep doing the shows. They got Ahsoka coming out. Obi-Wan, I think, will do pretty well. That's all. Well, I guess there'll be time, but that's what I'll ask everybody is the Loki. I don't know why I put that on him, but he has the record for the biggest episode at 2.5 million. Does anyone think that Obi-Wan's debut is going to beat that? Because to me, that's like the only one that could possibly. The next biggest, I think, was Falcon Winter Soldier, like 1.7, and Boba was 1.5. So does anyone think Obi-Wan can actually get to those Loki numbers?
That's the Loki opening.
Opening and finale.
And
those are the
finale.
two. Yeah. What it is. It's like in the first 3 days, 2.5 million people watched this, and it's a rough estimate. It's not the exact number, so it's probably.
I don't know why that surprised me. I would have thought Mandalorian was bigger than that.
I think
Tom
he'll do
Hiddleston,
pretty
baby.
well.
I think with Ian McGregor's got a big pull to begin with because he's so huge. And then you've got Star Wars in the back of that. I'll say yes.
You'll say yes. Summer,
I'll
where are
say
you?
yes.
Do you think Obi can dethrone the?
It may, like, maybe the finale if the show is good and builds. But right off the bat, I don't think it will, just because I feel like Marvel shows are just bigger or more of an event right now.
Plus, they have like movies like we just about, like you have No Way Home, and you have like that hype of like, okay, we're coming off of Endgame and stuff. I agree with the finales because they're gonna be pushing Vader hard in that show with marketing. He will eventually be all over that. So, what about you, April?
No, I don't think it has a chance. Like, I guess
Whoa,
what Anthony
not
said.
even a chance.
I like the finale maybe if it's good, but I don't think so. I just don't think that Star Wars has the general audience following that Marvel does.
See, I thought that for a long time, but Star Wars still seems to get big numbers, which surprises me.
It does, but I agree with April in one sense of like it feels like every decade there's always one genre or franchise that is like the king, and they're like they can't be stopped. And I think that's still Marvel right now. I think until they have a few more stumbles, but I feel like with No Way Home, that really like brought a lot of people back into Marvel. That really like got okay. And now with Doctor Strange, it's just like I'm really curious to see how Moon Knight does, because to me that'll show how big the Marvel hype is. If that's getting the same numbers as like a Mando or like a WandaVision, and it's Moon Knight that no one fucking knows, that shows Marvel is like, okay, oh look at that cute animal,
Little boy.
So cute.
What about you, Maddie? You think there's any chance Obi-Wan?
I think Summer had a good point. Maybe not right away for the premiere, but if it kind of gets, if it's well received, if it gains some traction, obviously Vader's gonna appear, so that'll get some buzz going,
Yeah.
So maybe by the finale, we'll see.
Yeah,
Also-
Dylan, I'm not sure if you heard that Hayden Christensen's coming back. That's one of the big things.
Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
I want to see that.
Yeah.
Is he
Sorry,
gonna?
Maddie.
Do you think he'll be like just a one appearance kind of thing, one and done, or is he gonna be recurring throughout the series?
I think he's recurring because they're gonna have another big. They've confirmed that Obi-Wan and Vader having like another big fight, like another big lightsaber duel. So
It sounds kind of fun. I'm maybe down for this. I don't know if I'll be watching it week to week, but I could see this being like a binge when it's all out.
yeah. Sorry,
Wanna
Matt,
see
you're gonna
Hayden
say something. I cut you
I
off.
was gonna say to Kirklin, I want to see Marco sometime on.
Yeah.
It doesn't have
I
to
saw
be
him
now, but
walking
a couple-
back there.
Yeah.
I saw him in the back. That's why I'm like, I want to see him like.
Kirkland's dog's fake. He's
See
just
how good the
posting,
training is. Will the dog come on his
Yeah.
command over to him?
He's just posting pictures for clout. Like, oh look, I got a dog. Everything like that. Look, he's trying to like make shit to puppet right now.
Yeah, that Venom poster probably scares the dog away.
100%. So, he's gonna try and pick. Hopefully.
You
Can
still
you-
haven't seen him, Travis. You have a.
I don't see him in person. Kirkland won't let me see the dog in person. I don't know why.
Oh,
He's freaking not liking
Yeah.
this.
He is fidgety. Oh, look at that face.
Aw.
There we go. We can't get much better than that.
He's getting chunky.
Yes.
I feel bad to end it because Carl's not gone. Like we'll buy time because Carl's gonna come back. But
We're all gonna be gone.
he
comes back to a
I
blind
want to
and
end it on
black.
Marco. There's no better way to end it there. But that's gonna be
Yeah,
Taylor.
you might not be back actually because I think it's going to shoot out the game. So
Aw.
Well,
Yeah,
there
it's
you
in
go.
penalties.
We're gonna end it, and Carl,
Yeah.
he can in the Discord get his reaction. So this is fun as always. I'm excited because the next one we'll try and do closer to. The next one is gonna be after the Batman. I can't because we got to talk about that. I'm very excited to get everyone's thoughts and opinions and have fun for the people seeing it early. Jealous of you all and everything, but so everyone have a good weekend. Everyone have a good March, and may the force be with you. I guess may the Marco be with you.
Yes.
Take care, guys. Nice
Yeah.
to see
See you
everyone.
later.
Bye bye.
Later.